the life of Riley when it's Pabst Blue Ribbon you drink. The finest beer served anywhere, so let the glasses clink. Oh, east or west or north or south, there's nothing like it at all. Sure, you're living the life of Riley when for Pabst Blue Ribbon you call. When for Pabst Blue Ribbon you call.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, finest beer served anywhere, proudly presents The Life of Riley, starring William Bendix as Riley. In a small bedroom in a house on a quiet residential street, an ashen-faced man lies huddled on a bed, fully clothed, listening to the clock tick away the few moments he has left to live. Icy fingers of terror are clutching at his heart. Cold beads of sweat glisten on his forehead as he waits for the sound of a shot that will signal his doom. And who is this poor, quivering, cowardly wretch? Our hero, Chester A. Riley. Rising from the bed, he moves stealthily to the window, carefully lifts the edge of the shade, and peers out. And then... our hero clutches his chest, spins around, and falls to the floor on his face. He groans once. And then... silence. Get up, Riley. That wasn't a shot. It was only the backfire of a car. You're still alive.
I'm alive? What a revolting development this is.
You've only yourself to blame. You got yourself into this spot. Remember, Riley, remember how it all started just a week ago? Remember what you said when you came home that day and your wife, Peg, told you the news?
No, I don't believe it, Peg. It ain't true. Our Junior wouldn't do a thing like that. Junior, tell me it ain't true.
It's true, all right. Egbert told Honeybee Gillis, and she told me.
Oh, how much?
He bet twice. 25 cents the first time and 35 the second.
Betting on horses. Only 13 years old and you're betting on horses. When I was your age, I didn't know one end of a horse from the other. And you, my own son. No, it can't be true. Not you. I brought you up to be honest and straight. Tell me it ain't true. Say something, Junior. Anything. Lie to me.
Yeah, it's true, Pop.
He admits it. A gambler. A horse bettor. Your son, Peg.
Well, he's your son, too.
No, not anymore. I'm disowning him. You heard that, Junior? You're no son of mine. Leave this house. Go on, get out this minute and never come back.
Okay, Pop. That's the way you feel.
Not so fast. What kind of a man do you take me for? Do you think I let a 13-year-old kid go out on his own without a cent and have to mooch food, sleep in alleys at night? You ain't leaving this house unless I go with you.
Junior, how did you get started on an awful habit like this?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. We live in a decent neighborhood. We got respectable friends. We send you to school. Where did you find this bookmaker?
At school.
What?
This fella, his name's Two-Bit Mulligan. He came around the schoolyard and he asked all the kids if they wanted to make a little spending money. I didn't see the harm, so I gave him a quarter.
Oh, all right. A kid's entitled to make one mistake, but you kept on betting.
I didn't want to, Pop, but the next time he got tough. He said we better bet or else. I was scared. He works for Big Louie.
Big Louie?
Well, who's Big Louie?
Don't you read the papers? He's the biggest gangster in town. King of the underworld. He's got his finger in every racket. I don't know how many murders he's committed.
Oh, well, why don't they put a man like that in jail?
They can't. He pays his income tax. Egg, this is more serious than we thought. This is organized crime. Big Louie's moving in on the school. But he won't get away with it. I'll fix his clock.
Riley, where are you going?
I'm taking action. I'm going to lay it right on the line. This bookmaking with kids has got to stop, I'll say, or else.
No, Riley. Now, you can't talk that way to this Big Louie.
Who's going to see Big Louie? I'm getting tough with Junior's principal, old man Pendleton.
You must be mistaken, Mr. Riley. I find it hard to believe that such a dreadful situation exists. Sometimes boys have a tendency to exaggerate.
Look, Mr. Pendleton, my Junior's no dope, is he?
Well, of course not. He's one of the brightest boys in my school.
And I ain't no dope either, am I? Look, Junior's no dope, is he?
Well, perhaps a few of the boys have been wagering, and I'll put a stop to it.
But it's not just a few. It's practically the whole school. It's organized. This Big Louie's moved in.
Well, we'll investigate, and I'll send in a report.
That'll take too long. I want you to take action now.
But I can hardly do that until I have proof.
Oh, you want proof? Okay, I'll give you proof. There's a lot of kids out in the yard. Come with me.
Just what do you have in mind?
Well, I'll pretend that I'm a bookie, and you'll see how many bets I collect.
You can't do that.
No, you stay out of sight in the doorway here. I'll be right back. Hey, kids! Hey, you over there!
What do you want, mister?
Hi.
Hi.
What do you like at Lincoln Fields tomorrow, Sonny?
Hey, you're new. Where's Two-Bit Mulligan?
Well, he's been promoted to a high school. I'm taking all the bets here. No.
Okay. Here's 2 bits on the nose on honeymoon. I'm Billy.
I got you, Billy.
And I'm betting 20 cents on Madame Fury to show. It's for my kid brother, Archie.
Got you. Who else?
Here's 10 cents on Sister Sue across the board.
Got you. Come on, kids. Get your bets down. $3.40, $3.53, $55, $3.60 in bets, Mr. Pendleton.
It's shocking.
And I only worked 20 minutes. I could have collected plenty more.
It's the most shocking thing I've ever encountered. We'll take immediate action.
That's what I want to hear.
Mr. Riley, I cannot thank you sufficiently for what you've done.
I was only doing my duty as a citizen. I believe that gambling and crime don't pay, and honesty is the best policy. Good day, sir.
Oh, Mr. Riley.
Yes?
You forgot to give me the money you collected from the children.
Oh, yeah.
There he is, across the street. That's him, all right.
You sure that's the chiseler?
Positive, Big Louie. I was late getting to school, see? When I gets there, the kids tell me all the bets was took. And they points out this mug. So I calls you right away, Big Louie.
Okay, let's get him.
Hey, Mac.
You call me?
Yeah, hop in.
Oh, well, thanks. This is sweet of you. I just missed my bus. Oh, I sure appreciate this. It ain't everybody who'll give a stranger a ride.
We do it practically every day. You live around here, Mac?
But yeah, Blueview Terrace. I was just over to the school down the street. Say, do you know what's been going on down there? They're betting on horses.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, Big Louie had the whole thing organized.
You don't say.
Yeah, but he's through. The minute I stepped in and took over, Big Louie was finished.
They say this Big Louie's a tough character.
Tough? Tough, my eye. These gangsters are all yellow. Show me Big Louie and I'll show you a coward.
I'm Big Louie.
I'm the coward. Well, thanks for the lift. I think I'll walk.
Sit down.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you took over, huh?
No, you don't understand. I wasn't taking over.
And what was you doing in the schoolyard?
Well, I was really trying to stop this. I was trying to fix this big... I had an idea I could... Yeah, I was taking over.
That's what I figured. You a Detroit boy?
No, sir.
You a Chi boy?
No, I'm just an Inglewood kid.
Then how come you don't know that in Inglewood everybody works for Big Louie?
Yeah, but...
Everybody. I'm a monopoly. Hand it over.
And what?
The bets.
The bets?
Yeah, how much?
$3.50.
Hand it over.
I ain't got it.
What? Don't... Hey, frisk him.
No, let go of my... Take your hand out of my... Give me down!
What a wad. $60.
Hey, that's pretty good. You did a lot better than 2 bits here. Riley, I like the way you do business. I'm making you my partner.
Yeah, but you don't understand that there's my pay for...
Not all of it. I told you we're partners. 50-50. Here's 10 for you, 50 for me. Now, look, I'm letting you handle this here district exclusive. See that you turn in the bets regular.
But
no buts. I'm expecting around this amount every day.
No, I won't do it. I won't work for you.
Look, I don't like labor trouble. I don't like to argue. I like to reason with my partners. Maybe this will convince you. See what I got in my hand? You know what it is?
A water pistol?
You got a sense of humor. Okay, stop the car. Let him out. Okay, Riley. Don't forget to turn in the bets regular. And remember, when you work for Big Louie, honesty's the best policy.
This is a fine mess I got myself into. Taking bets from innocent little kids. How low can a guy get? Well, I'd better get started. No, I won't do it. I ain't gonna do it. That Big Louie don't scare me, even if he is a killer. I ain't gonna mislead little kids, teaching them to gamble, stealing their hard-earned nickels and pennies that they saved up to buy ice cream. I won't do it.
You won't do what, Riley?
Huh? Oh, well, too much ice cream is no good for kids. What are you doing here, Two Bits?
Paying off yesterday's bets? How you doing?
Well, I ain't started yet. It's so long.
Big Louie asked me to stick around, see how you work.
Yeah.
Well, better get started. It's almost post time.
Yeah, sure. Right away. Hey, kids.
Hi, mister.
Any bets today?
Yeah, mister. Sister Sue came in yesterday and paid 6 to 1, so I'm blowing my whole 60 cents on a parlay.
Okay, sister, 60 cents. Anybody else?
Hey, Joe, you want to play ball? Hi, Pop.
Hi, Junior. You placing any bets? Junior!
Pop! You're taking bets!
No, I'm
Sure,
just...
he's the new bookie since yesterday.
Shut up! Junior, listen.
How could you? After what you said.
Yeah, but, Junior, it's a mistake.
Come on, Riley. You working for Big Louie or you running a kindergarten?
You're working for Big Louie. And you said he's a big crook.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't help it.
Don't talk to me.
Junior, wait. Come back. I can explain. Junior, you're hanging an innocent crook. Oh, Peg, it's you.
Well, why'd you come in the back way?
Well, why not?
No reason why not, but you don't have to sneak in your own house. What's the matter with you anyway? Well, you look worried. Is there anything wrong, dear?
No? Oh, no, nothing. Is Junior home?
Of course.
Did he say anything?
About what?
Oh, about anything special that might have happened today?
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, no, nothing.
Well, yes, there is something. What might have happened?
Well, I don't know. He might have got married or...
Oh. Now, stop talking nonsense. Well, come on, let's have supper. It's on the table.
Mom, is supper ready? Oh.
Yes, right away, dear.
Thanks, Junior. I'm very grateful.
What are you thanking him for?
For not getting married.
What? What's the matter with you anyway? You're acting very strange.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. You act like one of those characters you see in those crime pictures.
Now, wait a minute. You got no right calling me a criminal.
Well, I didn't say that.
In front of Junior yet.
I don't mind.
Junior!
Oh, sit down and let's eat. Oh, Riley, speaking of criminals, did they catch that bookmaker who's been taking bets at school?
I don't know.
Oh, I hope they catch him soon.
So do I.
Well, maybe they won't catch him. Maybe he'll get away with it.
I hope not. Don't worry, he won't. Sooner or later, some kid'll squeal on him.
You think so, Junior?
He'd be better off if he gave himself up and confessed.
Look, please, let's talk about something else, huh?
Well, do you know if the police...
Please, I said, let's change the subject.
Honest, I don't understand you, Riley. Yesterday you were blowing your top about this, and now you don't care.
It ain't that important.
Not important?
No.
Here's a cheap little crook teaching kids how to gamble. Well, I just hope they catch him soon and give him what he deserves. 10 years.
20.
Now, wait. After all, maybe you're being a little too hard on the poor fella.
Well, now you're sticking up for him.
No, but you got to think of his family. He's probably got a wife and kids. How would you feel if you were married to a guy like that?
Don't worry. I'd never have married a creature like that.
But suppose you had, and then you found out about him.
I'd leave him so fast.
Oh, you wouldn't do that. What about the kids?
Don't worry about the kids. They'd leave with her.
You don't have no heart.
Why, Riley, you have any sympathy for a man like that?
Oh, Peg, be tolerant. There's some good in everybody. This here bookie is probably a husband and a father with kids, and when he comes home...
He probably robs the kids' piggy bank.
You're telling me.
Junior!
I can't understand a creature like that. Doesn't he have a conscience? How does he feel when he sits in his living room at home with his pockets just bulging with the nickels and dimes and pennies he took from school kids? Oh, Riley, get some more bread.
Okay.
What's that?
It's nothing.
I heard something jingling.
It's my teeth. It's loose filling. Remind me to have them filled. Okay, how much? Come on, I ain't got all day.
25 cents an Orphan Annie to win.
Okay, hand it over.
Why, Riley!
How much? Peg!
Well, what are you doing here at the school?
Well,
Well, why aren't you at work?
Well, I took the afternoon off.
What for?
I'll tell you later. Let's get out of here, Peg. Come on.
Hey, wait, you forgot to take my money.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
For Orphan Annie.
Yeah, sure.
Now, why did that boy give you that money?
Well,
Who's this Orphan Annie?
Well, I'd rather not say, Peg.
Now, look, Riley. There's something funny going on here. If you don't tell me, I'll ask that boy.
No. I'll tell you. You see, there's this little girl, Annie. She's an orphan. No father and no mother, and
Well, what about her?
Well, she's sick. She's very triple pneumonia, and she's got no dough. She's been evicted from her oxygen tent. I'm getting up a little collection from her schoolmates.
Oh, Chester, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Helping this little orphan and not saying a word to anybody. That's real generosity.
Huh? That's the way I am. I ain't rich, but if I had the opportunity, I'd be the biggest philanderer in town.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Hi, I've been looking all over for you. 50 cents more for Orphan Annie.
Hi, mister. Here's 30 cents for Orphan Annie.
Everybody's given. That's wonderful. I'd like to get in on this. Here's $2.
Oh, boy, $2. How you betting, lady? Win, place, or show?
What do you mean, betting?
Well, he's the bookie. He takes all the bets.
No. Yes. Chester Riley. Is this true?
Now, take it easy, Peg. I can explain everything. You see, it was this way. The principal, I took bets, and then the car to Two-Bit Mulligan. Hop in. How do you do? Big Louie. Oh, Shy Boy, Detroit Boy, Inglewood Kid. Monopoly, partner, your district, 10 for you, 50 for me, water pistol, or else... Now you know everything.
I was afraid this would happen someday. Now listen, you're going right to the police and tell them everything you know about this.
No, Big Louie will put a bullet through my brain.
Don't worry. You'll never hit a target that small.
Riley ain't here. Who's there?
It's me, Peg. Open this door.
How do I know it's you? How do I know you ain't Big Louie disguising your voice?
Oh, don't you know your own wife's voice?
Well, say something to prove that you're my wife.
Chester Riley, you're the most idiotic
That's good enough for me. Wait a minute. I'll open the door. Quick.
Oh, Riley, you got to stop this, barricading yourself in your own house.
But Big Louie is sure to come after me. They always get a squealer.
Now, nothing's going to happen. Now, come on and eat.
No, I can't take no chances. This is the safest spot.
All right, then, starve.
Just like a woman. She won't believe me. But when they pump me full of lead, I'll have the last laugh. car. What was that? I better peek out the window. Maybe it's him. Oh, they got me. Oh.
Oh, there, Riley.
Who's that?
It is I, Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker.
Boy, that's what I call service.
Riley, you're not shot.
But I heard a shot.
Just a backfire from a car.
Oh, I thought... Well, how did you get in?
The door was open.
Yeah, I forgot to lock it. Well, I can't talk to you now, Digger. I'm in an awful jam on account of the kids in school.
Ah, yes, children can be very aggravating. Why, only yesterday...
Tell me some other time,
a
Digger.
gang of hoodlums pilfered a sign from a mattress store and hung it on the door of my business establishment. Oh, I was mortified. What do you think the sign said?
I don't know, and I don't care.
It said, give us a trial, and you'll sleep sounder than you've ever slept before.
Listen, what was that?
Nothing. Why are you so jumpy, man?
Oh, I'm in big trouble. There's a gangster out to get me.
Oh, nonsense.
It's true. Big Louie, he's probably on his way here this minute.
Oh, no, he isn't. As a matter of fact, he's in jail. He was arrested today for his nefarious activity.
Honest?
No, just the opposite. That's why he was arrested.
Oh, gee, well, that's great. That's terrific. If Big Louie's out of business, then I got nothing to worry about. But did you tell Peg?
No.
Well, look, don't say anything. I got an idea. Oh, gee, you don't know what you've done for me. You put new life into me, Digger.
Well, I'll never get rich that way, will I? Cheerio. I'd better be shoveling off.
Hey, come here.
Well, so you've decided to come out.
Yes, I not only come out, but I come out fighting. I thought it over, and you were right. I'm going to act like a man. Even if Big Louie is after me with his gunman, he don't scare me. And I'll tell him so to his face right now.
Now, Riley, don't be foolish. Hang up. Don't look for trouble.
No, Peg, I got to prove to you that I ain't yellow. Hello? Let me talk to Big Louie. Well, put him on. Now, you listen how I tell him off.
Hey, it's 7 o'clock. I got to hear a program.
Don't play that radio now, Junior. Hello, Big Louie. Riley talking. Listen, you rat, and listen good. How's that for a start, Peg?
Oh, Riley, don't.
Yeah, you heard me, Louie. That's just what I said. Rat. R-A-T-T. He's so scared he's speechless.
So much for the Los Angeles smog.
Now listen, Louie. You may be a pretty tough guy,
Now for good
but I
news.
don't scare easy.
Louis Maroney, alias Big Louie, notorious bookie and racketeer, was arrested today by a flying squad from the district attorney's office and is now being held in city jail.
Riley!
Big Louie was subdued by 9 detectives armed with tear gas.
Peg, will you please turn that thing off? Now listen, Louie. You heard what I said.
Riley!
I'm willing to meet you anytime, any place. A fight to the finish. The law of the jungle. Beast against beast.
Riley!
Oh, backing down, huh? Well, listen, Louie. If you won't come here, I'll go to where you are. You'll need
a cake with a file in it.
I'm bringing a cake with a file in it.
Riley.
Be quiet. I'm telling this guy off.
Riley. They just announced over the radio that Big Louie's in jail.
Oh.
Hang up the phone.
Goodbye, Louie. I was just trying to... I thought I could... I guess I ain't much of a man.
Well, heaven knows you're no hero, but you're all the man I want.
Oh, that's just like you, sweetheart. You always were satisfied with very little.
In just a moment, Riley will return. Have you noticed how many men help their wives to do the marketing on Saturday? I think I know 2 reasons. Friend wife wants the old man to pay the cashier, and friend husband, well, he usually picks up a couple of Pabst Blue Ribbon Handy 6 cartons, just to make sure there'll be enough of that delicious beer on hand to last till Monday morning. If you haven't yet discovered the Handy 6, pick one up tomorrow by that easy-to-carry handle. It contains 6 regular-sized cans of Pabst Blue Ribbon, the finest beer served anywhere.
Junior.
Yeah, Pop?
You didn't really mean what you said at the table yesterday, did you?
Well, what did I say, Pop?
You know, about me being the kind of a guy who'd rob your piggy bank.
No, I didn't really mean it. I was just sore. I know you wouldn't do a thing like that.
Of course I wouldn't, Junior. And just to prove it, here, put this money back in your piggy bank. From now on, I'm going straight.
Pabst Blue Ribbon invites you to join us again next week to hear The Life of Riley, starring William Bendix as Riley. The Life of Riley is produced by Irving Brecker by arrangement with Universal International Pictures, now releasing Baghdad, a Technicolor picture starring Maureen O'Hara. Tonight's script is by Alan Lipskett and Reuben Shipp. Direction by Mitch Lindemann. Mrs. Riley is Paula Winslow, Digger Hotel is John Brown, Junior is Alan Reed Jr., and Big Louie is Alan Reed Sr. Consult your local paper for the correct time of The Life of Riley show on television over NBC each week. The Life of Riley is brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Newark, New Jersey, and Peoria, Illinois.
Mr. Young! Mr. Young!
Here we go again. You bet you. It's Alan Young, very deep in trouble. And as usual, we gotta dig him out. Listen to that young man who tries to be helpful and always needs help himself, Alan Young.
Well, now the gas rationing is over, Alan's planning a trip to Canada in his car. Alan's folks live up there in a little town called Ambleside. He hasn't seen them in several years. And as we look in on Alan, he's rereading for the 10th time the latest letter from his mother.
Mom gets so sentimental when she writes me. Look how she starts this one. Dear Mr. Young. Mom never could remember my first name. My boy, just yesterday Dad realized that you were gone 3 years. Up till then, he thought you were in the bathroom. Speaking of rooms, your room is exactly the way you left it. Once a week I go in to feed the snakes. Your collection of bugs give me less trouble. They come down to the kitchen and help themselves. Last week we had some real excitement. Your dog Trixie had 9 puppies. Gee, Trixie. When I left home, she wasn't even married. Son, we're all thrilled to hear that you're finally coming home for a visit. Well, I must close now as I have a pot of prunes on the stove, and they must be completely stewed. Hoping you are the same. Your mother. Oh, dear Mom. She's a likable sort of chap. And good old Dad, he was crazy about me. I'll never forget how bad he felt the day I put on my first pair of long pants and left home. Dad didn't step out of his room for weeks.
How could he? You were wearing his pants.
Oh, it's little David. So you think I stole my father's pants, eh? Oh, bless your little... David, boy, I'm driving up to Canada to see my folks, you know. You know, Canada, the home of the Northwest Mounted Police, the famous redcoats.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Down here we have the famous blue coat.
No. The difference is the blue coats just walk a beat all day and they get sore feet.
So what? The redcoats ride a horse all day and they have their own trouble.
I suppose so, yeah.
Mr. Young, when you drive to Canada, what itinerary are you taking?
Oh, it's a few pairs of socks and... Oh, itinerary. Oh, you mean food and stuff. Well, I have it all planned out in this road map here on the table. See, kid, I could follow this black line that curves around here, or this red line that twists over that way. But I think I'll just stick to this white line and go straight north.
Hey, that's the crease in the map.
Oh, yeah. Wondered how I was going to cross Lake Erie.
What are those little black dots on the map?
Those little black dots, they represent cities.
Well, don't look now, but Brooklyn just crawled up to the Bronx.
Most likely a night game at the Polo Grounds, you don't know.
Where is this car car you gonna drive?
My car, well, I had it in storage during the war. But I just took it out this morning. Right now it's in my backyard. If you look out of the window over there, you can see it, kid.
Okay. I can't see a thing, Mr. Young. There's a pile of junk in my way.
Kid, that's my car. And don't laugh. It so happens that car is a 16-cylinder Rolls Canardly.
A Rolls Canardly?
Yeah, it rolls down one hill and can hardly get up the next. That was a good one, wasn't it, David?
Yeah. Let's get some hot water and poach it. Mr. Young, are you driving all the way to Canada alone?
No, David. I put an ad in the paper for a driving companion. Somebody with excellent eyesight. Driving through those mountains is pretty dangerous, you bet you.
Well, I wish you luck, Mr. Young. I'll see you before you go. Meanwhile, as they say in Mexico, la cucaracha.
Oh, go on, David.
Peter Van Steeden with a new arrangement of a Latin American favorite, Cachita.
It's going to be a tough trip. Good thing I advertised for somebody to share the driving. Somebody with perfect eyesight. Somebody with the eye of an eagle. There's a guy coming up to my porch now. He couldn't be answering my ad. He's so nearsighted. He's tipping his hat to all the trees. Poor fella, I'd better open the door for him. Can I help you?
How do you do? My name is Ambrose. I came in answer to your ad.
Look, if you're answering my ad for a driving companion, you're out. You have poor eyesight.
Poor eyesight? Poor eyesight? I have perfect vision.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, madam.
Yeah, well... Come inside. We'll discuss this further. Will you please follow me up these stairs?
Why, certainly, Mr. Young.
Watch out, you're climbing up the Venetian blind.
Oh.
Boy, you ought to do something about your vision. Don't you know that carrots are good for your eyes?
Oh, yeah? I nearly go blind every time I try to stick one in. By the way, Mr. Young, what part of Canada are you heading for?
I'm heading for Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Look, why do you want to go to Canada anyway?
I want to join the Northwest Mounted Police.
You what?
I want to hike all the high mountains. I want to swim through deep rivers. I want to break trails through thick forests. I want...
Yeah?
Can I sit down? I'm tired.
Sorry, I couldn't risk letting a man with eyesight like yours drive my car. You think I'm crazy? Think I'm a dope? You think I'm out of my mind?
I got a brand new tire.
You think we could leave at 5 in the morning? Brand new tire. Hey, is it real rubber?
No, it's one of those new sympathetic tires.
No. You mean synthetic?
No, sympathetic. When one of the other tires blows out, this one blows out too.
Okay, it's a deal. You'll be here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Are you sure you can find your way to the front door?
Oh, of course I could. Well, goodbye, Mr. Young.
Hey, that's not the front door. That's the door to the laundry. We'll have to get out of that washing machine by Monday.
The Tune Twisters with a new novelty, 5 salted peanuts.
One look at us, you'd say we're the happiest kids in town. But no, we're so brought down, bad luck's happening. Bad luck is always happening to us. Feel so low, gotta tell you my tale of woe. Honey, money don't mean a thing, but still I sing, sing. I put a penny in the slot, but all I ever got was 5 solid peanuts. We always hoped to get a lot, but all we ever got was 5 solid peanuts. I'll keep trying, come what may. Maybe there will come a day I'll find a machine they forgot to pay. Instead of 5, I'll get 6. Put a penny in the slot, but all I ever got was 5 solid peanuts. All my money's in, but I don't ever win. It's driving me nuts. Those darn machines know how to count. I always get the same amount. I put a penny in the slot, but all I ever got was no. I'll never understand what appeared in the palm of my hand. Was it 1?
Not 1.
2?
No.
How about 3?
Not 3.
4? Goodness sakes alive! Got some peanuts. Salted peanuts by the number of 5.
Well, Alan is driving to Canada tomorrow in his alleged automobile. But before he leaves, he's pushing it over to his girlfriend Betty's house. Meanwhile, at Betty's house, the rich and snobbish Hubert Updike is urging her to take another kind of trip, a trip to the altar.
For the 100th time, Hubert, my answer is no. I can't marry you now.
How can you refuse me, Betty? I'm so lovely to look at. And I can give you so much. I just bought you a little present. It's a new Ford station wagon. And it costs $47,000.
You paid $47,000 for a Ford?
Yes, Henry made it himself. While I was there, I picked up a little job for myself, a pocket sedan. But I think the factory reconverted too fast.
What do you mean, Hubert?
Well, every 10 blocks, the car stops and shoots rockets at the pedestrians. I've already hit 3 policemen.
3 policemen? Were they mounted?
Yes, and they look fine over my fireplace. Oh, let's go for a drive, Betty. The chauffeur is waiting. You'll sit in the back, and I'll run behind the car.
But, Hubert, why don't you get into the car?
Betty, I'm an Updike. I couldn't ride in the same car with the chauffeur.
Hubert, you might as well know the truth. I'm in love with Alan Young.
Alan Young? Why, he's just a pauper. I don't think he has $1 million to his name. Besides, he comes from such common stock.
What do you mean?
Why, his mother eats at the same table with his father.
But, Hubert, don't your father and Mother eat at the same table?
Yes, but they have a lawyer sitting between them.
Well, I'll still wait for Alan. He said he was coming over here to tell me something. Maybe he's going to propose.
Oh, look out the window. Here he comes down the street now. And the poor idiot doesn't know the war is over.
What do you mean?
He's dragging a pile of junk for the scrap drive.
Oh, look, Hubert, he's putting it right in front of your car.
Let's go out on the porch and put a stop to that. Alan Young, get that collection of trash off the strap.
Trash? Strap? This is my car. Betty, this is my car.
Oh, Alan, it's beautiful. Did you get the number of the truck that hit it?
By the way, Hubert, is it safe to park my good old car in front of the house here?
You're safe until 2 o'clock.
Oh, is that the parking limit?
No, that's when they collect the garbage. Oh, that was a witty one. Yeah. Alan, how dare you park that thing next to my car? Why, my car is half Duesenberg and half Parker. It's a racer.
So what? My car is half Chrysler and half Jeep. It's a creep.
If Betty rides with me, she'll be safe. I've got an automatic brake.
Yeah? Well, if Betty rides with me, she'll be thrilled. I got an automatic clutch.
My car... As I said before, my car has a... I'll try again. My car has a fluid drive.
No wonder, with a drip at the wheel.
Tell me, Alan, where do you plan to go in this sloppy jalopy?
Well, I'm driving to the northwestern part of Canada.
How long will this trip take?
Well, I have it all figured out. At 60 miles an hour. Of course, it takes my car 3 hours to do it.
From the looks of your car, you ought to get there by November this year.
Well, yes and no.
What do you mean, yes and no?
November, yes. This year, no.
Well, I'll be jogging along now. Oh, my, I'll have to call my dealer and buy another car.
Another car? What's wrong with the car you have outside?
It's pointing the wrong way. Well, goodbye, Alan, and have another shrub.
So long.
Well, Alan, you're going on a long trip tomorrow, and, well, wouldn't it be nice to have someone sit beside you and every now and then lean over and kiss you?
If that nearsighted squirt tries it, I'll break his arm.
No, Alan. I mean, you're going to drive past Niagara Falls. Doesn't that make you think of something?
Good place to stop and fill my radiator?
What I mean is, this could be made into a honeymoon trip.
Oh, no, Betty. I wouldn't go on a honeymoon without you.
Alan, we could be married and go to Canada together. They say the scenery is beautiful up there. Mm-hmm. We could go to Lake Louise and Banff.
I'll go to Lake Louise, but you'll have to show me how to Banff.
I think I'd like to live in Canada.
Huh?
In winter, we'd have a dog sled, and you'll yell mush, and I'll yell mush.
Yeah. Who's going to watch the dogs while we're mushing?
Ellen, you don't understand. But wouldn't you like to come inside and sit on the couch? After all, you're going away on a long trip. We love each other, and you're a man and I'm a woman.
Yeah. I hope they have the same system in Canada. Look, I got a lot of packing to do. Will you see me off tomorrow morning, Betty?
Oh, I'll be there, Alan. Goodbye now. See you later.
So long, Betty. I can hardly wait till I hit the open road in this high-powered car of mine. I'll zoom down the broad highway, the motor purring smoothly. I step on the gas. The car shoots ahead. 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. Faster, faster. There's no use standing here. I got to push this thing home.
And now, here are the Tune Twisters to sing Bugle Woogie.
Rada, rada, rat-doo-doo-doo-doo, rit-doo. Rada, rada, get up, the bugle is calling. You gotta get up, you gotta get up. Get on your feet and keep the beat. You gotta get up, the bugle woogie. The bugle woogie's calling you. Get out of that bed, you'd have to be dead if rhythm jumping at you didn't go to your head. The bugle woogie, the bugle woogie's calling you. Ho-ah, if you dig this kind of jiving, that's the mood you should arrive in. Milkman's matinee was never like this. We get a train in Harlem with Miss. Get in the groove, starting to move. Take it slow and let me know how much you approve. The bugle woogie, the bugle woogie's calling you.
You gotta get up, gotta get up. Get your feet right on the beat. You gotta get up, the bugle woogie.
The bugle woogie, the bugle woogie's calling you. Roll-wah, roll-wah.
Come on out of bed, you'd have to be dead if rhythm jumping at you didn't go to your head. The bugle woogie.
The bugle woogie's calling you. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. If you dig this kind of jiving, that's the mood you should arrive in. A milkman's matinee was never like this. We get a train in the Hollywood Miss. Get in the groove, start to move. Take it slow and let me know how much you approve. The bugle woogie blues, bugle woogie blues,
bugle boogie, woogie blues.
Taking it slow, then you're starting to know the bugle woogie blues.
Peter Van Steeden and the orchestra with a new tune, No Can Do. The morning of the big trip to Canada. Alan's car is piled high with supplies. And his nearsighted driving companion Ambrose has made himself comfortable in the front seat, between the blowout patches and the anchor. All of Alan's friends are gathered around to bid him farewell.
Alan, good night. All right, stand back, everybody. Stand back. Gotta give my car a last-minute checkup, you know. These headlights have got me a little worried. Better put some glass in or the wind will blow out the candles. Those two back tires look pretty well shot. They're worn right down to the Band-Aids. Yeah, but this front tire here is in perfect shape. Just feel that rubber. Good old tire. Better. Now they're all down to the same level.
Alan, I don't like to complain, Alan, but why didn't you keep this car in better condition?
Well, I tried to, Ambrose, but I could say the same for you. I couldn't get the parts. The Tinker Toy people were doing more work. Well, it's about time to start rolling, you know.
Oh, please be careful, Alan.
It'll be all right, Betty. As long as it doesn't rain. I got a fast windshield wiper and no windshield. Slaps the heck out of me.
All ready to start, Alan.
Thanks, Amber. What does the gas indicator say?
Oh, you got plenty of gas, Alan. The needle is between empty and positively.
Mr. Young, here's the can of oil you sent me for.
Oh, thanks, dear boy. This is just what the motor needed.
Be careful not to spill it. It's my mother's last can of Mazzola.
Ambrose, take care of this oil.
Look, Alan, I'm telling you for the last time, I want to drive this car. You understand? I'm driving. Now, which way is the road?
Ambrose, don't be silly. You can't drive this car. You can't see well. You have astigmatism. Or whatever it is.
Well, if I can't drive this car, I want my tire back.
You leave me no choice. If you take your tire back, I'll only have 2 left. Tell you what I'll do, Ambrose. I'll let you drive the first 2 blocks.
Okay.
I'll move over and you get in the driver's seat. There. You all set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, Alan, this gear shifter's loose. I can't shift it into face.
Ambrose, let go of that windshield wiper.
All right, Alan, let's go. Now, put my foot on the gas and point me north.
All right, I'm all ready. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Alan. Bye.
Just step on the starter. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Alan. Bye.
Come on. Here we go. We're off to Canada. Ambrose, you concentrate on the driving. See, I'll keep my eye on the road here. Okay. We're coming to a busy corner. Better sound my horn good and loud. Watch out, Ambrose. You're over too far on the right-hand side.
But I'm supposed to be on the right-hand side.
Not on the right-hand side of the sidewalk.
Oh.
Yeah. Ambrose, watch out where you're driving. You're heading straight to that fire hydrant. Oh, that was close. You almost hit the dog. We're back on the road again. Just watch my car take this big hill. Give it a little more gas, Ambrose.
Okay.
Listen to that motor hitting on all one cylinder.
Well, we're moving much faster now.
No wonder the motor just dropped out. Look, we're rolling back down the hill. Stop the car. We're rolling back faster and faster.
Grab the emergency brake.
I'm not going to open the trunk just for that. Ambrose, move over. Let me take the wheel.
Stay where you are. I'll hand it to you.
Well, thank you. I got it. Now, don't worry now. I've got the situation in hand. All this needed was a cool head.
Yeah, but Alan, we're going faster.
Stop your backseat driving. Alan Young's at the wheel and all is well.
But you're heading for that telephone pole. Watch out.
Well,
Hello, everybody.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
It's the new, the great, the different, the Martin and Lewis Show. The National Broadcasting Company brings you the new Martin and Lewis Show. Our guest tonight, Lucille Ball, and featuring Eileen Woods, Flo McMichael, Dick Stabile and his orchestra, and starring Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis are two young men who, overnight, have become the nation's comedy hit. But let's get on with the show. We take you now to the apartment of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, where we find the boys getting ready, somewhat nervously, to go to the NBC studios for their first radio show.
There's a tree in the meadow with a stream drifting by. Answer the phone, Jerry, I'm tying my tie.
Okay, Dean, there's a tree in the meadow with a stream drifting by. I could never be a big singer like Crosby.
Well, why not?
I sound too much like Dean.
Oh, it must be NBC again. What cowards we are. Why are we afraid to do our own radio show? After all, how big an egg can we lay?
How big? Well, if we took a large hen and got it to hold back for 2 years...
All right, Jerry, all right. We've been acting like two frightened mice all day. We've got an ironclad contract to do the show. We got to talk to NBC sometime.
You're right. I'm not a frightened mouse. Answer the phone.
Oh, come on, Jerry, you answer it.
Dean Martin, I will tell you why I will not answer the phone. Indubitably, that is a call from NBC. And it is indubitably they want to know where the HECK we are because they are spending thousands and thousands of dollars and money to build a sensational comedy and musical extravaganza around us. And if they think we are that important, why don't they call us?
Jerry, they are calling us. Who else could it be besides NBC?
Well, it could be a wrong number, a quiz show. Hey, a quiz show. They give you money just for answering a few questions. Give me that phone. Hello, 1492 Marie Antoinette and sulfuric acid. Ship the money.
Now, come on, Jerry. We got to get down to NBC right away. Let's go.
Dean.
Yeah?
I'm scared.
Look, we've done all right so far. We shouldn't be afraid. We did all right in nightclubs, didn't we?
Yeah, but those people paid $10 cover charge, so they had to like us. But at a radio show, the audience gets in free, and at those prices, they can afford to hate us. Because there's nothing cheaper than something that doesn't cost very much. I always say.
Indubitably, but come on, Jerry. Get dressed.
Okay, I shall wear my new sport coat, which the man said was good for town or country and just perfect for the beach.
What is it, gabardine?
No, wet sand.
Jerry, you're just stalling.
That's impossible. Stalin's a big man in Russia, and Russia's a big country full of places like Vladivostok. And... They laughed. And Dnieper. And he's a big, important man. And if he thinks I'm impersonating him, he'll get mad and come and get me and send me to Siberia. And it's full of ice and snow and sleet. And Dean...
Yeah?
I'm cold.
Jerry, you and I are going to NBC and do that program. What are you scared of? When we played the Copacabana in New York, they laughed at us. When we played the Shapery in Chicago, they laughed at us. And when we came out here and asked for a radio job...
They laughed at us.
They didn't laugh at us. They signed us up. They want us. Jerry, we got to do this radio show. Who knows? This could make us famous.
Yeah, famous.
We could even become important actors.
Yeah, important actors.
Our names in lights, celebrities, stars in pictures.
Yeah, names in lights, celebrities, stars in pictures. I can see it all. Big hits in nightclubs. We're famous. Everybody wants us. Hal Wallace signs us for a Paramount picture. NBC signs us for a radio show. We flop. Nobody wants us. Hal Wallace won't speak to us. Paramount hates us. We spend our savings. We can't get work. We're tramping the streets, starving. We stop and press our noses against a bakery window. Dean.
What?
I'm hungry.
Tell me, Jerry, did Whittaker Chambers ever hide any papers in your head?
Well, it ain't my fault. I don't have my head with me all the time, you know. Let's answer it. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this speaking, please?
Jerry. Jerry, you have to take the phone off of the hook.
Yeah, when did they do that? Okay. Hello?
Why aren't you guys down here at NBC? They're going nuts down here.
Oh, it's our agent.
Well, it's not your maiden aunt in Minneapolis. Everyone's waiting to do the program. You guys are messing up the whole thing.
Now, listen, I can explain everything.
Good. Start with you. Now, listen, boys, don't ruin everything. This radio show means a lot to us. Your careers, my commission.
You think I don't care about the show? I do. After all, I gotta live, too.
I can think of a loophole in that argument.
Ooh, how you aggravate me. Okay, Abby, we'll be right down there.
We can't leave yet, Jerry. I got to rehearse my number. It's a romantic number. I wish I had a girl to sing it to, to get me in the mood.
I'll be a girl if you'll promise to respect me. Sing to me. I'm a great movie star and a princess of far off India.
Really? What princess of India are you?
Rita Hayworth.
You're Rita Hayworth? But you're not even on the road to being a princess of India.
Maybe I'm not on the road, but I'm sure following the right alley. See, the idea of this gag is that, well, alley is an alley in the street, see? A-L-L-E-Y. But when you say alley, A-L-I, that's like the prince that is going to marry Rita Hayworth. It's all combined into one joke, and it's so funny, this kind of, look how they're staring at me.
Jerry, relax. Have faith in me. We'll do all right on the radio show.
That's all right for you to say, but I haven't thought up any jokes to tell the people.
Oh, you'll think of something. What about me? I haven't even rehearsed my song. I don't even know if I'm in good voice.
Well, go ahead, sing. Give yourself a clue. Dean, I know you want my opinion of your rendition, and I cannot tell a lie. It was magnificent. Ah, well. Come on, let's go.
Oh, not so fast. Let me take a look at you first. Stand up. Wash your hands.
Yes, partner.
Wash your face.
Yes, sir.
Behind your ears.
Look, I'm just going to a broadcast. I'm not going to get married. Anyway, what about you? Did you bathe?
Well, of course. I take a bath every day.
You take a bath every day?
Well, of course.
Oh, Dean, I'm so unworthy of you.
You talk like that. What'll people think? When was the last time you took a bath?
In a tub?
Yes.
With soap?
Yes.
With water?
Yes.
Oh, Dean, I'm so unworthy of you.
Oh, let's get out of this apartment and go to NBC.
Who is it?
It's the maid. I have to come in and clean the apartment.
Well, okay, come on in. We're just leaving anyway.
Gee, look at the load of equipment she's carrying. I never saw such a stack of stuff in my life. Here, let me help you before you drop it, miss.
I can put it down myself, thank you.
With the other armful.
Oh, my goodness. Just look at the condition of this room.
Huh? What's the matter with it?
It's clean.
Well, Well, that's a break for you then. You have no work to do.
I don't have any work to do. That's fine. I'm the maid, and I'm supposed to clean the apartments every day. And if your apartment isn't dirty, then I don't have to clean it. And if I don't have to clean your apartment, I won't have anything to do for a half hour. So I'll go out in the hall, and I'll light a cigarette, and the manager will smell the smoke, and he'll come up to me, and he'll say, "What are you doing smoking a cigarette in the hall?" And I'll say, "I haven't anything to do right now." And he'll say, "Why aren't you cleaning the apartments?" And I'll say, "I didn't have to clean the apartments." And he'll say, "Oh, you don't have to clean the apartments, huh?" And he'll get mad and fire me and all because your apartment is clean. It's people like you that cause unemployment.
Miss, there's one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Are you for real?
Miss, we're not trying to get you fired. Do the best you can. We have to leave. Come on, Jerry, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Now what?
There's a discrepancy in the bathroom.
A what?
One of you has to get married. The towels say his and hers, and you're a his and his.
Okay. Look, just put in 2 hisses. That'll fix it.
Oh, it's not as simple as that. If I give you another his, then I'll have an extra hers. And at the end of the week, I'll have 148 hisses and 149 herses. And the manager won't know why there's more herses than hisses because he doesn't know how many heses and cheeses there are in the building anyway.
Okay, take all the towels out. All of them. From now on, we'll dry on newspapers.
Well, the next thing on my list is dusting. I'll start with the dresser.
Don't touch that bottom drawer.
Why not?
Because that's where I keep my kittens. Hey, not the top drawer either.
What's in the top drawer?
Catnip.
Well, what's to prevent the cats in the bottom drawer from going up to the top drawer and eating the catnip?
In the middle drawer, bulldogs.
My, you're odd people.
We ain't odd. We're entertainers. We're Martin and Lewis, and we got a radio show to do in a few minutes.
Oh, you're on the radio. What do you do?
Well, one of us is a singer.
And the other guy's the funniest comedian you ever heard. Tells big jokes, kills the people, gets big laughs.
Which is which?
Well, come on, Jerry. Let's go to NBC.
Stand in line, folks, for the Martin and Lewis show. The line will move inside the studio in a few moments.
Come on, Miranda. Stand in line over here. Well, all right, but I don't understand, Henrietta. Who are Martin and Lewis? Well, my goodness, where have you been, Miranda? Well, they're famous. Oh? My husband was the conductor on the train they came out here on, and he heard that the greatest entertainers New York ever saw were Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Who told your husband that, Henrietta? Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Pardon me, ladies. Can you tell me how to get into the Martin and Lewis show?
Oh, stand behind us, young man, and we'll get the best seats. You know, we always come to see these new comedians the very first week, because usually they don't last for a second week.
They don't, huh? Well, you don't know Martin and Lewis. They're the best comedians in the world, and I say that for 2 reasons. Bread and butter.
You know, I'm anxious to see that handsome Dean Martin. You know, Miranda, that Dean Martin's just the whole show as far as I'm concerned. He really has talent.
Now, wait a minute, lady. It takes 2 to make a team, you know. Takes 2 to make a team. Martin and Lewis. That's the team. They got to stick together. That's the way it is with any team. Without Fibber, where would Molly be? Without Kaiser, where would Fraser be? And without Earl Warren, where would... what was that guy's name again?
Okay, Jerry, I parked the car. Hey, what are you doing in this line?
Oh, it's Dean Martin!
Hello, ladies.
Oh, isn't he handsome? What are you going to sing tonight, Mr. Martin?
I'd like to get you on a slow boat to China.
It's a deal. Get the tickets and I'll meet you at the door.
Come on, Jerry. let's go into the studio here. Let's go into the studio here, Jerry.
Gee, look at all the people in here, Dean. I'm scared.
Here's Dean Martin. I'm your producer, Mr. Martin.
I'm your director, Mr. Martin.
I'm your manager, Mr. Martin.
I'm your singer, Mr. Martin.
I'm your producer, Mr. Martin. I'm your director, Mr. Martin.
I'm your leader, Mr. Martin.
I'm your singer, Mr. Martin. What am I, the Larry Parks of this outfit?
Be quiet, Jerry. I gotta rehearse.
Oh, now I gotta be quiet. You're a big star, a big man. You're too important for me. My tongue got in the way of my eye tooth. I couldn't see what I was saying. You're just too important for me. Well, I don't need a house to fall on me. Goodbye, pal. I won't be a drag on you. I'm sorry it had to end like this. We had a lot of good times together. Even if I always did have to take the ugly ones.
Jerry. Jerry, your feelings are just hurt, that's all.
Oh, my feelings ain't hurt. I'm happy. I can laugh. I'll never forget you, Dean. You go on without me. And good luck, old pal. I won't ever be jealous of your success. When you're a big star and run over me in your big imported car, I'll still be happy. I'll just lay there and think, gee, Vogue tires. Well, I'll go now. You people don't want me here. I'll be seeing you.
Oh, poor Jerry. Why do you let him go away like that?
Oh, Jerry will be all right. Let's rehearse. And now I would like to present one of Hollywood's most glamorous stars, currently gracing your neighborhood screens in Sorrowful Jones, a charming actress who gracefully combines the talents of a leading lady and comedian.
Now, listen here, Dean Martin. Don't you say anything nice about me, you big bully, you monster. I'll have you know that
Wait a minute. Why, you are Lucille Ball. But what's the matter, Lucille?
Don't act like you don't know. You've got some nerve, Dean Martin, asking me to come down here and be a guest on your radio program after the way you beat up that sweet, adorable little Jerry Lewis. Why, if I weren't a perfect lady, I'd slug you. The idea, beating up that darling, cute lammy pie.
Me?
Yes, you, Dean Martin.
Well, Jerry, hey, where'd he go?
He's behind me, where he'll be safe. He's not going to stay out here where you can knock him down again.
Knock him down?
Yes, and kicking him and throwing dirt in his face and trying to drive your car over him.
I did that?
See, Lucille, he admits it.
Oh, I get it. Jerry told you that story.
Yes, he did. I never met anyone so contemptible as you in my whole life. How could you treat Jerry that way? He's so darling and so cute.
You forgot lammy pie.
Just exactly what did Jerry tell you I did to him?
He told me the whole story. It's incredible to me that you could pick on a little fella like that when you have such a grand physique. When you're so much bigger than he is, with all those great, big, powerful muscles. You big...
Yes?
And the things you called him. It's just hard to imagine names like that being spoken by you. Why, you have that wonderful, soft, caressing voice.
Yes?
Lucille, hey, Lucille!
Will you stop tugging at my skirt?
I just wanted you to know I'm still here. Lewis is the name. Jerry Lewis, they call me. Don't stop, Lucille. Tell him off good.
All right. You're right. Dean Martin, how could you have slugged poor Jerry when you look so handsome with those soft eyes and long lashes?
Yes?
Hey, Lucille.
Shut up, you little schnook.
Schnook. Me, schnook.
The idea of telling those awful fibs about this darling, cute lammy pie, Dean Martin. I ought to turn you over my knee and spank you.
Dean, Dean.
Yes?
Dean, are you going to stand there and let her talk to me like that?
Yes? but really, he isn't bad at all, Lucille. In fact, he's a very nice guy. In fact, he's a wonderful guy. Why, Jerry's the important half of our act. He's the talent. Why, he's the one who gets all the laughs. He's the one the critics rave about. He's the one the people love.
Oh, what a ham.
Well, it's sure nice of you to come down tonight and help us get our first show started, Lucille. I figured we need plenty of advice here in Hollywood.
Come on, snap out of it.
Dean, I'm sure you're going to be very successful.
Well, how about Jerry?
Yeah, how about that?
You'll see, I'm going to be a big star. When I make my first picture, I'll be sensational. Well, you do think I'll be a picture star, don't you, Lucille?
Why not? Lassie made it.
If you're going to make fun of me, I'll quit the show. I'll give Dean all the money we've saved, and I'll go home and lock myself in a closet, kick my heels, and hold my breath until I die. And if you want to know why I do these things, it's because, listen.
Well, don't get too desperate, Jerry. Look, I've planned a little party for you and Dean after the show. Lots of important people will be there.
Well, that's wonderful, Lucille.
Well, the only thing, Dean, does Jerry know how to act at a party?
Do I know how to act at a party? Why, one time in the back room of a barber shop...
Jerry! Hold it.
You see what I mean?
Miss Ball. Mr. Martin, I would like to inform you that Gerald Lewis, when attending a social event... It's
too close to the paper. What do you want?
Miss Ball and Mr. Martin, I'd like to inform you that Gerald Lewis, when attending a social event, always conducts himself with complacent, elegant simplicity, utterly devoid of ostentation.
Jerry Lewis, where did you get words like that?
Don't ask me. I'm just as surprised as you are. Gee, I hope there's a girl there for me. Lucille, I like him about my height.
Well, let's see now. Betty Grable will be there.
And, of course, I like him about my age.
Uh-huh. Well, Ann Blythe will be there.
And I like him to be of my intelligence.
Sorry, Margaret O'Brien can't stay out that late. Jerry, I hope you understand. I've invited important people. People of refinement, breeding, culture.
Don't worry about me. Refinement and breeding and culture pour out of me like sweat off a horse's neck.
Lucille, don't worry. I'll guarantee Jerry.
Well, I don't know. I'm afraid he'll be a little raucous.
Raucous? Me? Don't ever worry about Jerry Lewis being raucous. I'll make more noise than anyone there.
Now, Lucille. If you'll just tell us the address of the party, and by the way, Lucille, shall we dress?
Naturally, we don't want the cops.
Oh, the party sounds like it'll be a lot of fun, Lucille, and I'm sure we'll know exactly what to do.
Sure, we've been educated. You know, I worked my way through Harvard.
What?
Well, he did stumble his way through high school.
He looks more like he had to shoot his way out of kindergarten.
I'm really looking forward to this, Lucille.
Well, my house isn't one of those elaborate Hollywood mansions, Dean.
Oh, there's one thing, Jerry. If we decide to go in for a dip, be sure you don't go in the servants' swimming pool.
I'm sorry to butt in, but we go on the air in 30 seconds.
Okay, fine. Are you nervous, Jerry?
Me? Nervous?
20 seconds.
I'll be all right. I'll kill the people.
15 seconds.
Just let me at them.
10 seconds.
I'll fracture them.
5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2.
I'll pulverize them.
The Martin and Lewis show is on the air.
Go ahead, Jerry. Start talking.
Yes, sir. A very funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio.
Well, come on, Lucille. help me hold Jerry up and we'll do the song.
Okay, up he goes.
Up he goes.
Gee, it's good to be home in bed. And, Dean, I'm sorry I messed up our radio program tonight.
Ah, forget it, Jerry. It's past midnight. Better get some sleep. Good night.
Good night.
Well, who could that be? What do you want?
It's me, the maid. I'm sorry, but you'll have to get out of those beds.
Get out of bed? Why?
Well, you see, those beds are 6x3 beds. And this afternoon I made a mistake and I put on 7x4 sheets. And if I put the wrong sheets on your beds, the manager will say to me,
Look, miss, if I get up, I'll start walking the floor. And if I start walking the floor, I'll get into a bad humor. And when I go to NBC tomorrow, they'll say, Jerry Lewis, why did you faint on your radio program? And I'll say, who could help but fainting? I was excited. And they'll say, oh, talking back, eh? I guess you don't want to go on the radio very bad. And I'll say, and they'll say, and they'll fire me. It's people like you that cause unemployment.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.
You've just heard the new Martin and Lewis show. If you enjoyed them, tune in again each Sunday night at the same time, and next week our guest will be Bob Hope. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
For the safety of your smile, use Pepsodent twice a day. See your dentist twice a year. Lever Brothers Company presents the Pepsodent Show, My Friend Irma, created by Cy Howard and starring Marie Wilson as Irma with Joan Banks as Jane.
Friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, theirs will still be hot. My friend Irma.
You know, I've been reading about a plan for a world language that could be used by peoples of every nation. Me, Jane Stacy, I think it's a wonderful idea. It should bring a better understanding among all the countries. However, there's a chance the plan might fail. Why do I say that? Because I defy anyone speaking any language to understand my friend Irma. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my roommate, but there are times when I lose my patience. For instance, this morning I said, Irma.
Yes, Jane?
They've finally done it. They've developed an airplane to fly faster than sound.
Gosh, Jane, that's terrible.
Why?
Well, if two people riding one of those airplanes try to carry on a conversation, they'd have to keep going back to find out what was said.
After that, I decided to change the subject before her head hit another air pocket. Besides, there are more important problems on my mind right now. Irma.
Yes, Jane?
I hate to keep reminding you, sweetie, but if we're ever going to straighten out our budget, you've got to cut down on this foolish spending of yours.
What do you mean, Jane?
Well, you waste your money on such ridiculous things. Like the time you bought those obsolete tennis rackets with no strings.
Well, I always miss the ball anyway. And besides, Jane, they're not wasted. You can always use them for fans.
Stringless tennis rackets for fans? Sweetie, there's nothing with which to circulate the air.
Well, that's why it's good. There's no draft. You can't catch a cold.
I give up. Look, I don't want to run your life, Irma, and tell you how to spend your money, but you work hard for it, so I think you should only spend it on things that are practical.
Practical? You mean like shoes?
Yes, precisely.
Well, then, Jane, wait until you see the pair I bought this morning for only $2.
$2? Well, that's wonderful. That's what I call a real bargain. What are they like?
Oh, they're lovely. Gosh, I wish I had two left feet.
Oh, Irma.
Oh, gosh, don't be angry, Jane. The shoes look so lonely. No one would go near them.
Honey, I'm not angry. It's just that right now people should hang on to their money because we're in what's called an inflationary period. Do you understand, Irma, or shall I explain?
Oh, Jane, do you take me for a dummy?
Well, inflation is a situation where the value of an item remains the same, but the cost increases out of proportion. Is that clear?
Yes, but what does that have to do with inflation?
Let me put it another way while I still have half my mind left. Irma, when you go to Mr. Holly's grocery store, how many quarts of milk could you buy in the past for 50 cents?
Well, let's see, 12.5 cents a bottle. I used to get $4 I used to get 4 bottles for 50 cents.
That's right. And how many bottles do you get now for 50 cents?
5.
5.
Yes, I know the clerk better.
Oh, Irma, you're just not getting the point of this discussion. Look, I'll bring the whole thing closer to home. How much money do we have in our joint checking account?
$200.
That's right. But that $200 today is only worth 50.
Only 50? Gee, I didn't know the banks charged that much interest just to hold it for us.
No, honey, it's only worth 50 because money won't buy as much today. The dollar is shrinking.
Is that fair to George Washington? Hey, Jane, don't hit your head against the wall. You'll crack the plaster.
Irma Peterson, I will try once more.
Okay, Jane, and this time I'll concentrate with my mind.
Honey, if you don't want to work with me, don't work against me. Look, forget what I said about inflation. Just try to cut down on your spending, and I'm sure we'll get along. We're not millionaires, but we're doing all right. We have $200 in the bank, and the only money we owe is on the piano. A $20 a month payment isn't too difficult, so if we don't make any foolish purchases, we'll be able to pay off the piano, and we'll get by.
But, gee, if the money is shrinking...
Irma, that sounds like Mrs. O'Reilly. Will you see what she wants, honey?
All right, Jane. What's the trouble, Miss O'Reilly?
Irma, darling, I'm locked out up here on the roof.
Oh, I'll be there in a second, Miss O'Reilly. I'll be right back, Jane.
Hello. Yes, Al. What? Tell Irma you'll be late? Where are you? Oh, at the unemployment office. Al, you sound dejected. What happened? You lost a dear friend. Oh, that's too bad. What did he die from? Oh, he didn't die. He got a job. Well, chin up, Al. It will never happen to you. Yes, I'll tell Irma. Goodbye. Come in.
Are you Miss Jane Stacy?
Yes?
I'm Mr. Woods of the Melody Piano Company.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll make out the check for our monthly payment right away. $20?
Before you make it out, Miss Stacy, I'd like to have you hear about the offer we're making to our installment buyers.
Oh, well, really, I'm not interested in buying anything else right now. You see, we still owe $500 on the piano,
That's just it, Miss Stacy. Our company is buying out a competitor, and we must have additional cash immediately. Therefore, we're trying to liquidate some of our accounts. So I'm prepared to make an offer whereby you can save $300 by paying off your account at once.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful business proposition.
Oh, it is. Are you interested?
Why, of course I am. Gee, I hate to go into our savings, but it's too good an opportunity to overlook. I'll give you a check right now. This breaks me, but I think I've got a bargain. Here you are.
Ah, thank you. The piano is now yours, paid in full. Here's your receipt. Good day.
Oh, baby, you're all ours. Come in.
Hello, Janie. Do you have some breadcrumbs I can borrow?
Well, sure, Mrs. O'Reilly.
I want to feed the pigeons.
Mrs. O'Reilly, I thought you hated pigeons.
I do. But I was drying my eyelashes on the windowsill and one of them flew away with them. Oh, this nesting time is ruining me eyes.
I see. Where's Irma?
She's still up on the roof. She was saying something about taking all of her money out of the bank and wash it in Lux because she didn't want it to shrink. What's it all about, Janie?
Oh, I never should have bothered her poor little head with that discussion on inflation. Come in.
It's only me, Professor Kropotkin.
Hello, Janie and Mrs. O'Reilly. My two little trees. One a graceful willow, the other petrified forest.
That's so. Why, Professor.
Oh, excuse me, Janie. A little joke I picked up from a little Boy Scout. Say, Mrs. O'Reilly, I got a complaint to make.
What do you mean, complaint?
I want you to tell the people in the next apartment from me to shut off their fan at night. It keeps me awake.
How can a fan blowing in another room keep you awake?
It is blowing on my wall, and I have to lean against it all night to keep it from falling on my bed.
Oh, come now, Professor. The walls aren't that bad.
No? Then why is it when the man next door took a picture off his wall and pulled the nail out, my coat fell down?
Listen, Professor. I'm in no mood to do favors for anyone until I find out who locked me on the roof.
Mrs. O'Reilly, I did.
You? Why?
Well, you know that little flower box I keep up on the roof?
What about it?
Well, I planted tomatoes in it this summer, and the birds keep pecking at them.
And what does that have to do with me?
Well, no offense, Mrs. O'Reilly, but where could I find a better scarecrow?
Scarecrow? I'll show you.
No, please, Mrs. O'Reilly, you are supposed to be a lady, I think.
Why, you off-key hyphen.
Now, stop it, the two of you. I have some wonderful news I want to tell you. The Melody Piano Company just gave me a wonderful business proposition. I just paid off the piano.
But, Janie, I thought you owed $500.
No, I did, but Mr. Woods from the piano company settled for $200. Pretty smart business head on little Janie, huh?
Oh, I think that's wonderful, Janie. I always say people should own everything outright.
Except if you live in a room like mine. Then all you should own is a straitjacket.
Oh, hush up with you.
Oh, hello, everyone. Gee, it's so beautiful up on the roof. Scenery's so nice. I saw a big, huge oak tree. There was a squirrel in it. He's so cute. Kept staring at me so strangely. Did Al call Jane?
Yes, sweetie. He's on his way.
And so are we. Come on, Mrs. O'Reilly. I'll race you down the stairs.
Oh, Professor, you make me feel like a little child again.
Look who's a child. A remark like that could cause Mother Goose to kill herself.
Irma, I've got wonderful news for you. The man from the piano company was just here. Come in.
Hello, Jane. Hiya, chicken.
Hello, Al, honey.
Hello, Al. Look, kids, I know you two are in love with each other and would like to be alone. And personally, I prefer it that way. See you around.
What's the matter with her?
Oh, she's worried about our bank account.
Your bank account?
Yes, Jane says it's shrinking all the time. It's something called inflammation.
Inflammation?
Yes, everybody knows about it. It's something where the price is the same, but the cost goes up because you pay less and therefore pay more and have less, I think.
No, chicken, you mean inflation. Works very simply. We'll explain. A few years ago, you walked into the corner store, laid down $1, and walked out with a pair of nylons, right?
Right, Al.
Now, suppose you walked into that same store today and laid down $1, what would you get?
A cherry pie. There's a bakery there now.
No, chicken, let me lay it out for you. You see, we are now in a period of uncertainty where no one knows what can happen to our money. But we have had panics before. I believe it was in 1893. Things were so desperate, the Treasurer of the United States was empowered to act whenever the gravity of the situation demanded it. This was to become known as the law of gravity.
Al, to think I might have gone around with a stupid fellow.
Well, chicken, you just happen to be lucky.
Oh, yes, Al, I guess I was just born with a horseshoe in my head. But, Al, going around with such an intelligent person has got me thinking.
Now, wait a minute, chicken. You're lucky, but don't be desperate.
No, Al, I've learned a great deal from you and Jane, and I'm going to do something about it. Goodbye, Al.
Where are you going, chicken?
Well, Jane and I have $200 in the bank, and I'm not going to stand around and watch it shrink. I'll be Jane's lifesaver. Goodbye.
Oh, wait, Chicken.
Al, I've never thought clearer in my life. I know exactly where I'm going.
Chicken, come out. You're in the closet.
Irma, honey.
Hiya, Jane.
Oh, well, it's you on the sofa. I thought it was the laundry bag. Where's Irma?
She went out. Said she was going to be your lifesaver.
Lifesaver? I don't understand that. Hello?
Hello, Jane?
Irma, where are you?
Jane, I just left the bank, but you don't have to worry about our money shrinking.
That's good, Irma. What did you do?
I took it out.
Oh, Irma. Irma!
Oh, I knew you'd be thrilled, Jane. Goodbye.
Jane, what's wrong? Your eyes are popping.
I just gave the piano man a check for $200, and Irma just took the money out of the bank.
Holy mackerel. So that's what she did.
That's what she did.
Well, Irma's only trying to be your lifesaver.
Lifesaver? She's no lifesaver.
Well, sure she is,
How
Jane.
can you say that? Just because she's sweet?
Well, partly. But most of the time it's because she sounds like she's got a hole in her head.
Well, Irma has drawn all our money out of the bank just when I've given a man a check for the entire amount. Let's see, I'm 24 now. With a smart lawyer and time off for good behavior, I'll be 29 when I get out. Al.
What, Jane?
You know her as well as I do. You love her as much as I do. Just tell me, what makes Irma do these things?
I don't know, Jane. They say a woman has a right to change her mind. And I think Irma should change hers for anything she can get. Now, please understand me. I'm nuts about the girl. It's just that I'm plenty worried about what our kids will be like. You know, what they call prenatal influence.
I don't know, Al. Sometimes I think it's my fault, and yet how can I be patient with her? She's so gullible. Yesterday, I sent her out for a half a chicken. She paid $6.
$6? How'd you get clipped like that?
She says the man told her the chicken was raised on the Mason-Dixon line, and she was getting the half with the southern exposure.
Know what you mean, Jane. It was like the time she paid $5 for that bottle of perfume. She said it was called Flirt. Turned out to be Flit.
Al, I just had a horrible thought.
What, Jane?
You don't think with our $200 she'd buy anything?
Oh, no. No, she wouldn't. Unless, of course, she happens to walk past some of them clip joints on Main Street.
Hello?
Hello, Jane.
Irma, honey, where are you?
Shopping on Main Street.
Oh, no.
Jane, sit down. Wait, I'll get you some water. Chicken, hurry home. Goodbye. Breathe deeply, Jane, deeply.
All our money. And there's a check out against it. Oh, Al.
Cannot understand that chick. The way she goes around in circles, I could swear she was born in a Mixmaster. Come in.
It's only me again, Professor Kropotkin. What's the matter with little Jamie?
Irma took the $200 the girls had in the joint account, and she's loose on Main Street.
Main Street? Janie, you should know better than to let Irma shop.
Well, I only have myself to blame. I must have frightened her with all that talk about inflation. I should never have mentioned that stupid subject.
Please, Janie, inflation is not stupid. Either you give in to it, or else you can fight it. We at the Gypsy Tea Room, we are fighting it. We don't raise the prices. We just water the soup. In fact, we have put so much water in our soup, if you study a bowl closely, you can see the tide go in and out.
Oh, if she'd only bring the money home. Irma.
Oh, Jane, I took a cab home because I'm so anxious to tell you the wonderful news.
Irma, just tell me one thing. Have you got the money?
Who wants money? It shrinks. I was sitting on a bench thinking about what you said about inflation, Jane.
Yes?
And a nice man came over. He said hello, and I said I had $200 that was troubling me.
Take some more water, Jane.
Imagine that was all I said, and he took an immediate interest in my problem. Men are so thoughtful.
Jane, that's enough aspirin. You'll kill your lunch.
So he sent me to his brother on Main Street.
Irma, while I still have the strength to ask, what did you buy?
For $200, I got the sister diamond to the Hope diamond.
The sister diamond to the Hope diamond?
Yes, the man says it's the Wish diamond.
You mean you wish it was a diamond? Let me see it.
Here it is.
Irma, how much does this so-called diamond weigh?
A half pound. Look, isn't it beautiful?
Irma, honey, can't you see this is just a piece of glass?
Glass?
Certainly. Who ever heard of buying a half-pound diamond for $200?
Well, the man said normally they're much higher, but he was selling them cheap because they're last year's diamonds.
Chicken, I'm afraid you've been took.
Well, maybe I should have taken the other diamond, but there was a flaw in it.
A flaw?
Yes, every time you shook it, snow would fall on the little man inside.
Oh, Irma, I told you not to shop. Every cent we had in the world. And besides that, I've used that $200 to pay off the piano. How could you be such a stupid businesswoman?
Well, I'm sorry, Jane.
Sorry? You're always sorry. You were sorry that time we had the party and you put chloroform in the coffee because I said I wanted everyone to relax. You were sorry when you put the starch in my mouthwash because I said I wanted to keep a stiff upper lip. You're always sorry.
Janie, I can't stand my two little sweethearts to argue. Irma thought she was doing the right thing, so if you want, I'll take her back to Main Street and try to get her money back.
No, Professor, chicken is my problem, too.
Now, wait a minute, all of you. You may all think I'm mean, but I love Irma as much as all of you. I think Irma does these things because we pamper her too much. We don't give her any sense of responsibility. Well, here's a chance for her to stand on her own 2 feet. Irma, I want you to take this fillet of plate glass back to the store and get the $200 so I can make good the check I gave Mr. Woods of the piano company. And I mean it.
But Jane...
Don't but Jane me. Fortunately, I am a good businesswoman. I paid off the piano for $200. Now you go get that money back or I'll go to jail.
Oh, all right, Jane. Gee, I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. But the man at the store is going to be very angry. He said cultured diamonds are very hard to get and they seldom grow this big. That's why he gave me a short guarantee.
Short? How short?
What time is it, Jane?
2 o'clock.
Oh, I think the guarantee's expired. I better hurry.
Well, Janie, I think you showed good judgment in letting Irma take it back herself. It may make her a little more cagey. And speaking of cages, I think I'll go back to my room.
Oh, gee, Al, after I made such a good business deal by paying off the piano for only $200, I'm so embarrassed. I think I better call Mr. Woods and ask him to hold that check until I'm sure. Come in.
Miss Stacy?
Yes, I'm Miss Stacy.
Well, I'm Mr. Darrow from the Melody Piano Company, and I'm here to collect the monthly payment.
What?
Yes, according to my records here, it's $20.
Oh, well, there must be some mistake. I've already paid $200 in full to your other collector, Mr. Woods.
Oh, so Woods has been here, too. Oh, Miss Stacy, I'm very sorry, but that man's an imposter. He has no connection at all with our company. He's worked this same racket on some of our other customers.
Al, did you hear that? This is wonderful.
I don't understand.
You wouldn't. Here's your $20. Good day. Oh, Al, isn't it wonderful?
How do you like that chicken? If she hadn't taken the money out of the bank, that crook would have cashed the check and you'd be out 200 clams. What a gal. What an intuition.
Well, I don't know what it is, Al, but she certainly pulled the bacon out of the fire. Oh, gee, Al.
What, Jane?
You know, maybe we're not giving Irma enough credit. In all her confusion, she might be smarter than all of us.
On the surface, no. But you know, Jane, genius is often buried deep. In Chicken's case, there was a cave-in. But finally, it's come to the surface. And I think we got a gusher in that kid.
Well, here I am. Irma, darling, we were waiting for you. Did you get the money back?
Why, of course, and I had some time. It was so tempting because he had another big special.
What was it?
Pearls, a whole bucketful.
Irma, you didn't buy them.
No, I think it was a second-hand bucket.
Irma, we're all out of aspirin. Just tell me, did he give you the money?
Yes, and because I knew what you would do, Jane, I went right to the bank.
Oh, no.
But I didn't put the money in.
Oh, good.
Because while I was standing in line, the man in front of me was holding your check. His name was Mr. Woods.
Oh, no.
So I figured there was no point in putting the check in.
Oh, good.
So I just gave Mr. Woods the $200, and here's your check.
Oh, Irma.
Oh, murder.
Gosh, I'm the only one seems happy.
Well, kids, there's only one man who can help us.
Who, Al?
Who else but... Hello, Joe? Al, got a problem. Jane and Irma have been swindled. No, Joe, not by any of your boys. This was an outside job. A guy by the name of Woods took them for $200, all the dough the girls had in the world. What do you advise? Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. Thanks, Joe. You're the kind of a man who will leave his mark in the world. Huh? That's what's keeping you awake nights? You're trying to erase those fingerprints? Ah, Joe, you're an exceptional humanitarian. Goodbye, noble friend. Well, girls, you got nothing to worry about. Joe is going to get your money back from Mr. Woods.
Al, is there going to be any violence?
Let us not describe it as violence. Let us just say that Joe is sending out 2 superstitious men.
What do you mean, superstitious?
These gentlemen are going to knock on Woods.
Back, and I'm so happy, I'm almost beginning to like Joe. And never again will I discuss inflation with Irma. However, Irma is now certain that inflation has already arrived. So I said, Irma, what makes you so certain inflation is here? And Irma said,
well, this morning I asked a man to change $1.
Yes?
I got 10 dimes. I can remember when you only got 4 quarters.
Well, they say money talks, and if it does, I'm sure it makes more sense than my friend Irma.
My Friend Irma is produced and directed by Cy Howard. Mark Levy writes the script with Stanley Adams and Roland McClain. And it's brought to you by Pepsodent Toothpaste with Irium, another fine product of Lever Brothers Company. Marie Wilson is starred as Irma with Joan Banks as Jane. The part of Al was played by John Brown. Hans Conried was heard as Professor Kropotkin and Gloria Gordon as Mrs. O'Reilly. Music was under the direction of Bud Gluskin. This is Wendell Niles reminding you to tune in 1 hour earlier next week and listen to the Lux Radio Theater, followed by the Pepsodent Show, My Friend Irma. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Is today's suffering of fate worse than death? He is in Hollywood to make a movie. Even though he has already sunk to such depths as radio, he is Uncle Goodhart, hero of an afternoon program, the magnificent Montague feels that by merely being in Hollywood, he has deserted the theater and sold his soul to the devil. Not even the fact that the picture he's going to make is Shakespeare's Macbeth can soothe his guilty and tortured mind. It is morning in the little bungalow the Montagues have rented in Beverly Hills. Lily, his wife and one-time leading lady, and Agnes the maid are up, preparing for the great man's first day at the studio.
Take it easy, take it easy. The Hollywood residence of Edwin Montague and Lily Boehm of East 61st Street, New York. Agnes the maid on this end. What do you want? Oh, Empire Studios? No, Montague ain't up yet. What? You want me to wake him up? At 7 in the morning? Are you kidding? I'm too young to die. Does he like California? He's nuts about it. He hides under the bed all day until the sun goes down, then he gets up, screams, and goes back under the bed. Huh? Okay.
Who is that, Agnes?
The studio. They say your husband's due for his makeup and test at 8 o'clock. They're sending a car for him.
Oh, I hope he gets there this time. He's been stalling them off all week. Oh, Edwin is so miserable.
He certainly is.
Now, Agnes, they talked him into doing the picture, and he feels he's committing treason to the New York stage.
That Ham.
Agnes, remember, he's my husband.
Okay, Mr. Ham.
Please, we must help him through this mental crisis. Edwin's never forgiven the movies. He thinks when they came in, it was goodbye theater. And here he is making a movie.
Goodbye movies.
Why, Agnes, Edwin will be wonderful in the movies. Why do you think the picture companies were so anxious to sign him?
Because their backs are to the wall. That big loud mouth of his. The only voice left in the country that can be heard in the movie theaters above the crackling of the popcorn.
Oh, now, Agnes, think. What can we do to make Edwin happy here in Hollywood?
I know. Let's sneak out tonight and burn the city to the ground.
Agnes, dear, if I tell you something, will you promise on your honor never to breathe a word of it to Edwin? If he finds out, he'll be furious.
What is it, honey?
I like Hollywood.
So do I. That's sunshine. Every afternoon I plunk the carcass down on the patio and let it splash all over me. I tell you, if you close your eyes, it's hard to believe you're not at Coney Island.
And imagine having a little garden. Everything grows so fast out here.
Maybe that's what's bothering Montague. He's afraid his beard will start bearing fruit.
Stop being silly.
No kidding. On chilly nights, I want to put a smudge pot under it.
Now, please, Agnes, don't mention his beard. Hasn't he had enough trouble out here with everybody mistaking him for Gabby Hayes?
Poor Gabby. Poor Gabby.
I wonder when Edwin...
Oh, no.
Edwin's up.
Every morning, the same thing. He opens his eyes, and then he realizes he's in Hollywood.
You'd better get him his breakfast. The studio car will be here for him. Oh, hurry. He's doing his morning vocal exercises already.
The voice of the turtle.
Good morning, Lily. Good morning, Agnes.
Good morning, Gabby.
Down, Agnes, down. Be good, Agnes, or I'll go out in the backyard and dig up all those bones you buried.
Edwin, isn't it a lovely morning? The sun is shining, the birds are singing.
My nerves are screaming.
Edwin, look out of the window. It's midwinter, and the flowers are in bloom. A warm breeze is blowing. The trees are waving.
Ah, yes. All nature seems to have blended into one glorious symphony and is whispering to me, "Hey, stupid, what are you doing out here? Get back to New York."
Boy of the Golden West.
Agnes, why don't you go down to the railroad station and meet a train? Head on.
Edwin, be fair about California. See how beautiful Hollywood looks, nestling at the foot of those purple mountains. All for a camera.
Oh, for an avalanche.
Now, Edwin, be reasonable. Now, try and enjoy yourself.
Lily, I must admit, for the first time since I came to this land of the Nutburger, I'm happy.
You are?
Yes, I reached a decision. Lily, I'm not going to make that movie. We're going back to New York.
Edwin!
We can't go back yet. I'm only tanned on one side.
Agnes, my dear, I would consider it a personal pleasure to be allowed to tan your other side.
Edwin, you're not serious.
Lily, I can't do it. I cannot be a part of this celluloid siren that has lured the public away from the theater of Shakespeare. Abbott and Costello have taken the place of Romeo and Juliet.
But, Edwin, they're counting on you.
Never! The voice of Montague that has echoed in so many theaters the golden lines of Shakespeare, to be or not to be, that is the question, will never be able to say he went that-a-way.
But, Edwin, they're doing Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Edwin Montague in Macbeth with free dishes? No.
Edwin, for a man who's Uncle Goodhart on the radio 5 times a week.
At least nobody knows it's me.
Well, the studio is giving you a new name.
I know. Raoul Randolph. Oh, no. I won't make that picture. I want to get back to New York with clean hands. I want once again to stand shoulder to shoulder with my fellow actors of the theater who haven't deserted the stage for Hollywood gold. I want to join their ranks again.
And the unemployment insurance office.
All right, Agnes, back into your bottle of alcohol.
Edwin, you have to make that picture. You signed a contract.
Never. Let them sue me. Let them take all my worldly possessions.
Some possessions. A bust of Shakespeare and a pair of torn tights.
Agnes, I've always meant to ask you, who do you go to have your head shrunk?
Oh, now, Edwin, be sensible. They're going to make you a big star.
Edwin Montague in Hollywood. This is the end of Bela Lugosi.
Agnes, please keep your mouth closed. They have enough canyons out here.
Edwin, you signed a contract and you're going through with it.
Montague, what are they doing to you? They're like vultures descending on a dead horse.
A dead horse. That reminds me, breakfast is ready.
Breakfast by Agnes. It's game time. Here's where I play hide-and-go-seek with Tomaine.
Oh, now, hurry, Edwin. The studio is sending a limousine. And don't forget you have your Uncle Goodhart broadcast this afternoon.
The movies and radio, all in one day. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Take the mirrors out of the house, Lily. I can't look at myself.
Lucky you.
Agnes, my dove, why don't you go out, find yourself a nice young man, and work out a suicide pact?
Now, Edwin, get ready.
Lily, I can't face it alone. I want you to come with me.
Oh, I can't, Edwin. I want to do some gardening.
Gardening? Her husband's poor body is being broken on the rack, and she is planting petunias. Lily, where's your heart?
Oh, please, Edwin, I'd rather not.
Lily, I understand. You who have remained true to the theater. You who have refused Hollywood offers so many times in our long career. You can't bear to see my vile degradation. Your once proud husband, a movie actor.
Edwin?
Lily, please come with me.
All right, Edwin. I will.
Take my autograph book. You might run into Luis Fazenda.
Oh, there's the car from the studio.
The tumbril is here to take me to the guillotine.
Come, Edwin. Goodbye, Agnes.
So long, honey.
Goodbye, Agnes.
Goodbye, Raoul.
Well, Raoul Randolph, you're here. Welcome to Empire Pictures.
Thank you.
I'm Speed Cochran of Publicity.
This is my wife.
I'm glad to know you, Mrs. Randolph.
Well, I'm not
Mr. Stiles Fenton, Mr. Big himself. He wants me to bring you right in to see him. This way, please.
Lily?
You go in. I'll wait here, Edwin.
Right this way. We'll barge right in. Well, Stiles, here he is.
How do you do?
Raoul,
baby, you got here. Raoul, Mr. Fenton, my name is Edwin Montague. It is a name that is still remembered and revered by thousands of theater-goers. I would appreciate it.
Sure, anything you say, Raoul. Remember, I'm behind you. You're my baby. We're going all out on you. You're going to be a big star. You've got Empire behind you, baby.
Sound good to you, sweetheart? Mr. Fenton, from your conversation, I don't know whether you're planning to make a picture with me or take me to Niagara Falls.
Oh, did you get that, Speed? Niagara Falls? Phone it in to Hedda Hopper. Now, look, Raoul, baby, I want you and Steve to get together on the publicity build-up.
Ever have your name in the papers? For the last 25 years, my name has been a byword in the drama sections of the New York press.
Oh, local stuff, huh? Speed here is going to make the name of Raoul Randolph a household word. We'll make him forget does. Take over, Speed.
Well, we got to get an angle, see? An angle. Of course, you are a little older than we thought.
I've aged considerably since entering this room.
I got it. Raoul Randolph. Older than Pinza, but he's still got that springtime in his heart.
Great. That's it. Put that on the teletype. Rush it right over to Luella.
Luella who?
Luella Who? Look, baby, don't even say that in a joke around here.
Oh, what I said.
Are you married, Raoul?
That was my wife I introduced you to. She happens to be the famous Lily Boheme of the New York stage.
Oh, you're married, huh? Well, we'll hush it up.
Hush it up.
Sure, baby. We got to make the housewives feel you're available.
Look, sweetheart. Is this a motion picture studio or a Lonely Hearts Club?
Lonely Hearts Club. Speed, punch that up a little and shoot at the windshield. You might blow it up into a whole column. Things I never knew until now about Raoul Randolph.
We got to get a romantic angle. I got it. We'll cook up a hot romance between you and Marjorie Main.
Me and Marjorie Main. I'm dying to see the stove that's going to be cooked up on.
Now we got to get moving on some pictures, see? Did you bring your bathing suit with you?
My bathing suit?
Yeah. I'll take you out on the back lot for some stills for the fan magazines. You know, human interest stuff. Chasing some bathing beauties around the pool. Maybe one of them trick pictures, your head on a girl's body. Shows you're human, not one of them stuffy highbrow actors. We want to get you down to the public level.
Down? I'm practically dragging. My dear Speed, if any picture of me in a boy bathing suit or my head on a girl's body appears in the daily paper, I assure you the next edition of that paper will feature a picture of your head on a spike over the main gate of Empire Studios, and it won't be strict photography.
Oh, now, wait a minute, sweetheart.
You listen to me, baby. I came out here to appear in Shakespeare's immortal Macbeth. I only considered to do it in order to protect Macbeth from being played by Red Skelton. The picture will have all the dignity and beauty it deserves.
Raoul, what do you think we are, barbarians? This is a prestige picture for us. Why, I've had writers on that script for 6 months, punching up the lines, polishing the dialogue.
Polishing Shakespeare's dialogue. Punching up the line. Oh, Shakespeare, in your immortal grave, I can hear you spinning now.
Raoul, you're unhappy, sweetheart. Look, you're the boss. Just tell us what you want. You're my baby. Now, are you happy?
Yes, Daddy.
Isn't he a doll? Well, come on, let's get going with the test.
Test?
Yeah, we got to get you in front of a camera, see what kind of makeup to use, how you look. We got to find out. You know, from certain angles, you could look 20 years younger.
I can?
Sure, who knows? With a little luck, we might have another George Raft on our hands.
George Raft, my boyhood idol.
Come on, let's get going. This test is going to be great. You'll be wonderful in it.
Of course, I'm a little unfamiliar with the technique.
Oh, you'll be in great hands. We have Mr. Maynard Fitch, best dramatic teacher in Hollywood.
Dramatic teacher?
Yeah, this way. Maynard's waiting on the soundstage. Through here.
Dramatic teacher. Mr. Fenton, I'm sorry, a baby. I hope you're acquainted with the fact that I've spent 25 years as the country's leading Shakespearean actor.
Just leave everything to Maynard. Through this door. Okay, Mr. Fitch. We can go ahead. He's here.
Hello, Mr. Fenton. And this is Ray Randolph?
The name is Raoul.
Okay, sweetheart. Get rolling on that screen test. I want to see this by this afternoon.
Yes. Well, now, any acting experience, Mr. Randolph?
A little.
I understand the lead in your high school play, PTA minstrel shows, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
Well, I'll be frank with you, Mr. Randolph. This thing they're putting you in...
Macbeth.
Macbeth, of course. Yes, indeed, that's right. It's by Shakespeare. Very difficult, and I won't be able to do a thing for you unless I have your absolute attention and you...
Mr. Fitch.
Please don't interrupt. We have so much spade work to do.
Mr. Fitch, I'm sorry. I don't want to lead you on. But obviously they haven't told you. I am Edwin Montague. Who? Edwin, or as certain critics insisted on labeling me, the magnificent Montague.
Yes, well, that's all very interesting, Mr. Randolph, but we have much too much to get done before I can possibly release you as an actor.
You will release me as an actor. Mr. Fitch, you are a follower of the drama, and the name of Edwin Montague means nothing to you?
Absolutely nothing, but of course I'm no judge, Mr. Randolph. I haven't been in touch with the little theater movement in years. More interested in professional actors now. Well, shall we get on with it? Let me hear your voice. I want to see if there's anything to start with. Now, say, how now, brown cow? You see, I want resonance, but I'll explain to you what resonance means later. Just now, how now, brown cow? Now, don't be nervous. I won't bite you. Shall we?
How now, brown cow?
Again.
You are a stupid jackass.
Mr. Randolph, as long as you continue these schoolboy pranks, I cannot help you on the rocky road to being an actor.
Mr. Fitch, you, as low and dismal a specimen of humanity as I've ever seen outside of a snake pit, you are going to make me an actor?
Mr. Randolph, it is not my practice to impress students with my theatrical background. I find many times that it overawes them. But in your case, may I acquaint you with the fact that prior to coming to the studio, I had spent 3 solid years with a Pasadena community playhouse.
Really?
And before that, I was senior dramatic coach at Hollywood High.
Oh, master, I will never doubt you again.
I should think not. Now we have to make the test. I have selected a scene from Macbeth. You see, it's Macbeth with Lady Macbeth. Now, where Macbeth has just murdered the king and his conscience starts bothering him. Now, you see, in this scene...
You mean... Methinks I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth...
No, Raoul.
No?
No, this way. Methinks I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-dee-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta. Rhythm, 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 rhythm.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
That's exactly it. You got it. Now, let's do the test and get it over with. Get the cameras ready. Lights. We're ready, Mr. Randolph. I shall take Lady Macbeth's part.
Oh, no, you won't. No. Where's the door?
Raoul!
Lily, will you please step into the studio?
Lily?
My Lady Macbeth, Lily Boheme, who happens to have played the role opposite to me for 2 solid years at the Belasco Theater on Broadway, where we set a new record to the wild acclaim of all the New York critics.
Well, what is it, Edwin?
Lily, we're doing the murder scene, Act 2, Scene 2.
Oh, no, Edwin, please, don't ask me to do it.
Lily, I know how strongly you feel about movies, but, Lily, this is just a test. You must do it for me.
Oh, Edwin. All right.
All right. On your toes, Lily. This is an event. We, who have performed Macbeth before the most critical audiences in the world, must today rise to new and glorious heights. Today, Lily, we are performing before Mr. Maynard Fitch of the Pasadena Community Playhouse. And Hollywood High. Let the camera roll, Mr. Fitch. We are ready.
Very well. Here are the scripts.
Scripts? Pox on your scripts. Do I, Edward Montague, who spent 25 years steeped in the immortal Macbeth, need a script? Take it away.
Get ready to roll.
We'll take it right after where I, Macbeth, have killed the king and come to you conscience-stricken. We're ready.
Cameras, roll them.
Go ahead, Lily.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways. So, it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does kill sleep.
Murder sleep, Edwin.
A murder sleep. Sleep that ravels up the knitted sleeve.
Knits up the raveled sleeve.
And knits up the raveled sleeve of woe.
Of care.
Of care. The life of each day's death.
The death of each day's life.
The death of each day's life.
That's it, Mr. Randolph. Thank you.
And he wanted me to use a script. Thank you, Lily. Thank you.
I'll wait for you out in the hall, Edwin.
Well, Mr. Maynard Fitch, did that come up to the high and lofty standards of drama of Hollywood High?
Well, that was quite an interesting interpretation of Shakespeare, Mr. Montague. However, I personally...
I know. Ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ti, ta-ta, ta-ti.
Well, Raoul, baby, did Mr. Fitz show you how we do things here?
Oh, yes, he gave me an excellent idea of how you do things here.
Good man, isn't he? He was with the Pasadena Community Playhouse, you know. They had to fight like tigers to get him.
Who was after him? Compton Junior College?
Compton Junior College. Where's Speed? I'll have to have him shoot it over to Sidney Skalski. Here. Speed, you got the song?
Right here, Styles, and they're terrific.
Good. Look, Raoul, sweetheart. The boys just came up with some terrific songs for the picture. Want you to run through them. What key do you sing in?
Songs for the picture?
Well, you can't do a musical without songs.
Shakespeare's Macbeth, a musical?
In Technicolor. I told you we're going all out. Get these songs. Wait till they hit the jukeboxes.
Hoo-ha!
What's that one, Styles? The one I like?
From the battle scene.
Yeah.
You mean... I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's foot. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Leon Macbeth.
That's it. Macduff, isn't that it? Yeah, Leon Macduff, yeah. That's it. Now, here's what you sing. Hit it, Speed, go on.
Dum-tiddy-dum-dum-dum. Baby, I like your style. Baby, I like your stuff. But if you want that love from me, Leon Macduff.
Oh.
Got you right between the eyes, didn't it, Raoul?
Not quite there.
Oh, get this one. You know, the whole play, Macbeth, takes place in Scotland.
So I had been led to believe.
It's that thing about Birnam Wood.
The immortal line. Though Birnam Wood become to Dunsinane, and though Pole...
Now, get this. You see, as a little Scotch number, you in kilts. Speed?
Dum-tiddy-dum-dum-dum.
Though Birnam Wood come to Dunsinane with my lassie by my side, it's a brobrach moonlight.
Oh, no, stop.
I know, Raoul. You don't have to tell me. You want to know if we have a ballad for you.
Yes, my ballad. Where's my ballad?
Wait till he hears this. That's Pete, the dagger scene.
You mean, is this a dagger that I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me touch the...
That's it. Now get the picture. You standing there with Lady Macbeth on the veranda in the moonlight. And then you sing your ballad. Take it, Speed.
Dum-tiddy-dum-dum-dum. Is this a dagger that I see before me, or is it you?
Oh, Lady Macbeth, come let me clutch you in my arms.
Oh, stop. Are you gentlemen serious?
Surprised, aren't you, sweetheart? Thought this was going to be just another one of those little bee pictures, huh? We're going all out for my baby. Now, for the title of the picture, we're leaving it all up to you.
The title for Macbeth?
Yeah, we boiled it down to two. Do you like this one? Lady Macbeth was a lady.
Lady Macbeth was a lady.
Yeah, personally, I like it. It has dignity. But if you've got a dirty mind, you can make your own meaning.
Fine.
Let me throw this one at you. Lady Macbeth has her fling.
Lady Macbeth has her fling.
Yeah, you know, Scotland, Highland fling. It's too subtle, I guess. It'll go over their heads. Cross that one out, Speed. You see how we do things out here?
God.
Something bothering you, baby?
Oh, no, I'm fascinated. Go on.
Oh, wait till we deck you out in that costume, that Texas Ranger outfit.
A Texas Ranger in Scotland?
Yeah, you see, in the first reel, you and Lady Macbeth, we're getting Esther Williams, you know.
Yeah.
Now, the both of you come over to America, fleeing from persecution by the Tsar.
Yeah.
Now, you go west to the covered wagon. A couple of Indian fights, never misses in Technicolor. You hit Dodge City, and you stake out a ranch.
Yeah.
Then along comes Macduff.
Yeah.
A cattle rustler.
Yeah.
You and Lady Macbeth are trapped by him in the middle of the desert. And then comes the climax. Lady Macbeth swims for help.
Yeah, in the desert.
Well, how else are you going to get Esther Williams in a bathing suit? Get with it, sweetheart. Get with it. Well, that's what we're planning to do, baby. Speed?
Yeah, that's it.
Good. Now, may I acquaint you with my plan?
Shoot.
That, sir, is just what I am intending to do. I shall get into my Texas Ranger outfit, pull out my trusty six-shooter, and shoot you both squarely between the eyes. At my own expense, I will order a tombstone for both of you, and will simply say, "Here lie sweetheart and baby."
Now, wait, Raoul.
Don't Raoul me.
Macbeth in Technicolor. Songs.
It'll be beautiful.
Beautiful, my dear friends. My apartment in New York overlooks the East River. Every afternoon, a garbage scow passes my window. I assure you, that garbage scow will look like Cleopatra's barge compared to this picture you are planning.
Randolph, this picture will make you.
It has already made me sick, ill. Now, do you think by any stretch of your imagination that I, Edwin Montague, will be a part of this technically turkey you are planning to foist on the already punch-drunk movie public?
But, Raoul...
Oh, quiet. I refuse to be a party to this Hollywood horse opera you are going to put out as Macbeth.
All right, we can change it to a prison picture. Hey, Speed, shoot that to Luella.
Speed, here's another piece of Hollywood chit-chat for Luella. Raoul Randolph, alias Edwin Montague, is not going to make what picture for what studio unless it is done exactly as Shakespeare wrote it.
As Shakespeare wrote it? I've never heard of such a thing. Listen to reason, sweetheart.
As Shakespeare wrote it.
Oh, no, we'll be the laughingstock of Hollywood.
It'll lose $1 million.
You have a contract.
As Shakespeare said, so what?
Are those your last words?
Exactly.
You asked for it, Raoul. Raoul Randolph, by the power vested in me by Empire Studios, you are hereby suspended.
No, Stiles. No, you can't do that to a human being.
I'm suspended by Empire Studios.
It's a living death.
You know what this means? You cannot work for another studio until we lift the suspension.
You mean I can't even hand Dr. Kildare a scalpel?
No.
They can't even use my voice in a cartoon?
No.
I can't even tune Gene Autry's guitar?
No.
In other words, you will see to it that I can never work in Hollywood again?
Exactly.
Gentlemen, you have made me the happiest man in the world. East side, west side, all right. Lily, I've got my shirts all packed. Mirror, New York, here we come.
Edwin, this is ridiculous. We came 3,000 miles, and now we're going back.
But I go back an honest man with clean hands. I have refused to distort. I have refused to spoil my beloved Shakespeare.
Edwin, maybe they'll listen to reason.
Reason?
This is a fine how do you do. Here I am going back to New York without a tan. My friends are going to think I spent the winter in a newsreel theater.
Agnes, the minute I'm on the train for New York, you may bask in the sunshine of my smile.
The sunshine of your smile. That'll be a day. Here are your Hollywood sports shirts, slacks, and moccasins. Where'll I put them?
In the incinerator. Burn them. On the way to the station, I shall fling the ashes into the lobby of Crowman's Chinese.
Hate to leave my little garden. I was just planting my geranium.
Lily, when we get back to New York, knowing dear Agnes's house cleaning, there will be dirt enough to plant them in my den.
We've rented this house for a month.
The landlord can use the money to finally put a roof on that living room.
Edwin, I keep telling you, that's the patio.
Who cares? We're going back. East side, west side. Come in.
Raoul, baby, you're still here.
We got here in time.
Gentlemen, don't tell me you came all the way here to tell me that you have a new jump tune called Stompin' with Macbeth.
Mr. Randolph, I come with great news.
Tell him, Stiles, tell him.
Mr. Randolph, brace yourself. Here it comes. The suspension has been lifted.
Oh, no, you can't do that to me.
We were fools, Raoul. We hadn't seen that screen test you made with your wife.
With my wife?
It's dynamite. We want you two together. Ha ha, what a team.
We are not going to do that song and dance version of Macbeth.
What, Macbeth? You were right on that. We're not doing it.
You're not?
We've got something greater than Macbeth. We have plans for you and your wife that'll make you the greatest acting team in history.
Oh, Edwin.
Lily, acting together again.
I'm so excited I can't see straight. Our studio has $1 million property. For 20 years, we've been trying to get the perfect couple for it. You're it to a T.
They're perfect.
What is it, Romeo and Juliet?
Bigger than that.
Caesar and Cleopatra?
Don't make me laugh. It's bigger than that.
God.
Wait till this announcement hit the world. Empire Pictures proudly presents Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Montague in...
What is it?
Jiggs and Maggie.
Join us again next Friday night at this same time for another visit with The Magnificent Montague, starring Monty Woolley. Created and directed by Nat Hiken, written by Nat Hiken and Billy Friedberg. Ann Seymour was Lily, Pert Kelton was Agnes. Included in tonight's cast were Alan Reed as Styles Fenton, Wally Mayer as Speed, and Jim Backus as Maylard Fitch. This is Eddie King saying stay tuned for Duffy's Tavern, which follows immediately.
Systax presents The Neb, starring Gene Lockhart and Kathleen Lockhart as Rudy and Fanny Neb. The Neb, straight from America's famous comic strip, with Junior, Obie Slider, and all the others you've laughed and adventured with for 22 years. Well, it's a crisp October Saturday morning, and the Neb household is bustling with activity. Fanny Neb is going briskly about her housework, while husband Rudy bubbles with sparkling vim, vigor, and vitality.
Rudy, you sound like a tired breeze blowing through a bass horn. Would you mind going someplace else while I clean this room?
Oh, Fanny, I'm just relaxing a little until it's time to go to the office. There isn't anything you'd like me to do before I leave, is there?
Well...
No, I didn't think so.
Yes. You might empty the ashtrays. Burn the rubbish and scrub the kitchen floor.
Why, of course, my dear. I'll have Junior take care of it this afternoon.
Oh, thank you, dear. But I'll have it done by that time, in spite of the fact that I must wash the dishes and do the laundry and make the beds and clean the house.
Well...
a woman's work is never done.
The trouble with you housewives is, my dear, you don't organize your work. Now, we men...
Oh, you men. Half your work is just talk.
Huh?
You dictate letters, hold conferences.
Come in. I beat you to it that time.
Oh, why, it's Obie Slider.
Good morning, Fanny. Hello there, lame brain.
Well, good morning, Wrinklepuss.
What's going on around here this morning?
Oh, the usual routine, Obie. Housework and more housework.
Yeah, I suppose Rudy's helping as usual with a mouthful of conversation.
Well, Fanny's a little tired this morning, Obie, but she always insists on doing all the housework at once, just making a mountain out of a molehill.
No, if it wasn't for Fanny, a molehill is just what this joint would look like.
Thank you, Obie. I was just telling Rudy you men have it pretty easy, with the domestic help so scarce now. A woman's work boils down to just plain drudgery.
Well, Fanny, maybe you do need a little rest. Now, why don't you take a vacation? Go spend a few days with our daughter, Betsy. Junior and I can manage here at home.
Oh, no. I remember too well what happened the last time I went to Betsy's.
Yeah, I'll bet when you got home you sure had a surprise.
Oh, she certainly did. 2 new sets of dishes.
Then I got another surprise that left them all for me to wash.
Oh, well, the next time we'll use paper plates.
Why, Obie, Rudy didn't even bother to send out the laundry. And when I got home, the house was a mess. There wasn't a single clean sheet or a pillow slip.
That's right, Fanny. I came over while you were gone, and the only cover on Rudy's bed was 2 layers of cobwebs.
Well, after all, I had my own work to do. A man can't run his business, keep house and cook meals at the same time. What's a wife for, anyway?
Oh, to jitterbug with and take out to dinner.
Well, I do take my wife out to dinner. Why, every Saturday I say to Fanny...
Fanny, let's go to the come on in and get their warmed-over merchant's lunch.
Well... that dollar steak dinner isn't so bad if your dentures can take a beating, Rudy.
Now, listen, you two, I'm not that bad.
Oh, Rudy's all right, Obie. He just hasn't any conception of the work involved in running a home. I still think a wife's job is bigger than her husband's.
But, Fanny, it's all a matter of organization. Organization and executive ability. You ought to run this house just like I run my business.
Hey, what do you want to do, Rudy? Break up housekeeping?
Why, taking care of a house is what I'd call a dream job.
Rudy, there's more to it than taking a nap on the sofa.
You know, Rudy, years ago my wife got me interested in housework.
How'd you ever do that, Obie?
With a rolling pin.
Why, the way you people talk. I'll bet I could do Fanny's work in 1/2 the time it takes her to do it.
I'd certainly like to see you try.
Why don't you swap jobs with her for a day, Rudy?
Oh, be that silly. Fanny couldn't handle my job.
Well, and I'll bet you couldn't handle hers either. Furthermore, I'll bet you're afraid to try, you coward.
I'm afraid to try? I am not.
Oh, now, Rudy, you know you couldn't trade jobs with me. You can't handle my work.
Why, of course he can't. That'd take somebody intelligent.
I can, too, handle it.
Bet you can't.
I can.
You can't.
I can.
You won't.
I will.
When?
Right now.
Okay, Rudy, that's a bet.
Oh, Obie, that's silly. Don't try to talk him into it.
Sister, he's in.
No. Wait a minute.
All right, dear. If you'd like to back out.
Yeah, that's right, Rudy. Crawfish.
I will not. I never back out of anything.
I'll say not. You plunge in head first.
You bet I'll plunge in, and I'll show you two how things ought to be done around this house. I'll give Fanny a lesson in business administration she'll never forget.
You're not kidding, flea brain.
Well, Rudy, you're asking for it.
He's got it. If you're going to take over his job, Fanny, you want to ride down to the office with me?
Thanks, Obie. That's a good idea.
Now, Obie, Fanny can't make any business decisions. Why, she's...
Don't you worry about me. You take care of the house. Oh, yes, and there's that checkered gingham apron with the frilly sleeves you can put on.
Huh?
Oh, boy, would I like to see that. Rudy in a gingham apron with a feather duster for a corsage. Rudy Knapp, queen for a day.
We'll leave our queen for a day for just a moment. In the meantime,
here's a health question for every home. Does anyone in your family feel below par, look run down and haggard? The cause may be excess acids and poisons which should be removed through the bloodstream. These excess acids and poisons may cause circles under your eyes, rheumatic pains in muscles and joints, interrupt your sleep, make you feel nervous, run down, and old before your time. When there is nothing organically or systemically wrong, the medicine called Cystex, Cystex, usually goes to work right now, helping nature clear away excess acids and poisons through the bloodstream. Stimulating this natural cleansing and purifying action may easily bring you new energy, vitality, and better sleep. You must discover Cystex to be a quick and easy way to help eliminate excess acids through the bloodstream and gain more youthful vitality, or your money back is guaranteed on return of the empty package. So get Cystex, Cystex, from your druggist today, and take as directed with a glass of water after each meal. See how much better you feel tomorrow.
And now, back to the Neds.
Well, Obie, I'll have to admit Rudy's office work is less familiar to me than my housework is to him. I suppose you'd better tell me what his duties are.
Fanny, do you want the plain truth, or can I varnish it up a little?
Now, Obie, just what does Rudy do at this time every morning?
Well, let me see. We usually run out for a cup of coffee.
But I don't want any coffee.
Well, how about a Coke?
No, thanks. Let's get on with the work to be done. Rudy's going to do my housework. I've got to be fair and do his work here. Now, where do we start?
Fanny, you don't want to prop your feet up on the desk, do you?
Oh, you men, I don't see how you ever run a business.
Well, to tell the truth, it runs us, mostly. We have our clerks and stenographers and such, but all we do is supervise.
Supervise? We didn't get here until 10 o'clock. Why, I bet you and Rudy don't even know what time the employees come to work.
No, they're always in when we get here.
I see. Oh, now look at Rudy's desk. I've never seen anything as untidy in my whole life. A mountain of circulars, ads, and memorandums all piled in a heap. Well, what does he use for them?
To hide behind when he's in conference with a siesta.
Oh. Well, I'm going to file them.
Well, do you know where to file them?
Sure. In the wastebasket. There. Now we can see the desk.
Yeah. Nice rich soil, ain't it?
Now, I think I'll clean all these papers out of the pigeonhole.
Well, I'd be careful if I were you, Fanny. The last time Rudy did that, a pigeon flew out.
I don't know who's taking the worst beating today, me or this rug. The only way to properly vacuum a rug is to move all the furniture out of the room. Well, the ashtrays anyway. Oh, come in.
Oh, good morning, Rudy.
Oh, hello, Sylvia.
Oh, my goodness. What are you doing with that vacuum cleaner?
I'm just rearranging the dust.
and putting broken glass in its place? What a quaint idea. Where's Fanny?
Fanny went to my office.
But really, what for?
Because I do.
Oh, but Rudy, why are you cleaning house?
Because she does.
Oh, this is the most priceless thing anybody's ever heard of. And I'll bet nobody's heard about it yet.
Now, Sylvia, I'll thank you not to go around town telling people I'm doing the housework. I'm only doing this to prove a point.
Oh, but Rudy, how are you going to prove anything without witnesses? Well, don't worry. I'll gladly testify. Oh, dear, I do wish Fanny were here, but I guess you'll have to do. Have you heard the latest?
How could I? I haven't seen you for a day.
Well, let me take a deep breath.
Now, wait a minute, Sylvia. I haven't time to hear about somebody who's in more trouble than I am. I've got beds to make, dishes to wash, and...
Really? Imagine Rudy Nebb with dishpan hands.
Now, you should talk. You're a tattletale, and you're getting gray. Besides, I've a system for doing dishes. It's funny some clever housewife hasn't thought of it before.
Well, what is it, Rudy? Something I could pass along? Any woman would be happy to know of an easy way to keep things clean.
Well, you could help them a lot by not talking so much.
Oh, Rudy, go ahead. What is your system of doing the dishes?
Why, it's the simplest thing in the world. Haven't you ever heard of a washing machine?
A washing machine? Why, of course. Mrs. Twilly tried that once with a beautiful set of china. She profited by it, too.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
Right away, she was in the chips.
Sylvia, that is not funny.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, you'll have to pardon me. Now, I've got to get to the dishes. I'll have them done in no time if Junior ever gets home.
Well, Rudy, I don't want to keep you from Fanny's work, but I wonder if you've heard about Sophronia Pringle.
Well, all I know is that she was in financial difficulties a while back.
Yes, indeed. Not more than a year ago, the wolf was at her door.
Do tell. What happened?
Last week, he moved right into the house with her. They got married. His father, you know, was the minister. Of course, it probably won't last, though.
No? Why not?
Well, Sophronia's father's a lawyer, see? But, of course, that may not happen. I always say, all's well that ends well, unfortunately.
Yes, and... why, here comes Fanny.
Oh, hello, Sylvia. Oh, hello, Fanny, darling. I've just been having the grandest chat with Rudy.
Well, I don't know whether Sylvia's been chatting with me or at me. How's things at the office, Fanny? I didn't think you'd last very long.
I think I've done enough for today. Besides, you always stop work at noon on Saturdays.
My goodness, Fanny. You're becoming a regular career woman. Don't you find it difficult to mix marriage with a career?
Oh, I don't know. Some people have done it 5 or 6 times.
Oh, well, I really must be going.
Oh, don't hurry, Sylvia.
I really must, my dear. Don't forget to have Rudy tell you what I told him. I'll see how it sounds when I hear it from somebody else tomorrow. Bye. Goodbye.
Oh, that's Sylvia. Boy, am I glad she's gone. Why, if it hadn't been for her, I'd have had all the housework finished by now.
Oh, now, Rudy, you seem to be enjoying her visit when I came in.
But, Fanny, what she told me. Sylvia said...
Never mind, you old gossip. Have you done the dishes?
Well, not yet.
Made the bed?
No, but
Put the laundry into soak?
No,
Then all you've done is break an ashtray.
Well, yes.
Rudy, I usually have all the work done by this time of the day.
But, Fanny, you know the routine.
I thought you were going to organize things around here. I expected to come home and find some brand new system installed.
System? Why, you've got all kinds of systems and conveniences here. Well, you've got vacuum cleaners, electric mixers, and unmixers, all kinds of appliances to help you out.
Well, don't you have help at the office? Stenographers, clerks?
Clerks and stenographers are different.
I'll say they are. They never need new spare parts.
Are you one of the thousands of people who don't drink enough water? If so, here's a health tip. Drink a glass of cool, pure water after every meal. At the same time, take 2 tasteless, sugar-coated little tablets of Cystex. The Cystex, you see, goes right along with the water and helps nature clear away excess acids, which, if too concentrated and if allowed to accumulate, may cause rheumatic pains, loss of energy, make you nervous, and, what is of prime importance, may interrupt your sleep. So if you feel tired, run down, and old before your time, why don't you try taking Cystex? Cystex with a full glass of water after each meal. When there is no organic or systemic cause, Cystex usually goes to work right now, helping nature eliminate excess acids and poisons through the bloodstream. And this aid to nature in filtering and cleansing the blood may bring more restful sleep, a quick increase in vitality, help to make rheumatic pain subside, actually make you look and feel years younger. This much is certain. Cystex must satisfy you in every way, do far more for you than you expect, or you simply return the empty package and your money back is guaranteed. So get money back guaranteed Cystex, Cystex, from your druggist today. Take it with a glass of water after each meal. See how quickly it puts you on the road to feeling like new again.
And now back to the Neb, starring Gene Lockhart and Kathleen Lockhart as Rudy and Fanny Neb.
Come on in, Buck. I'll be very happy to, Junior. It's raining outside.
Oh, hello, Buck.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Neb.
Junior, I thought you and Buck were going over to Donna's house.
Oh, we left Donna's, Mom. She may be over later.
Junior didn't like somebody who was there.
Really? Who was there?
Oh, just Donna and the whole first-string football team.
Where's Pop, Mom?
Your father's scrambling around in the laundry tubs.
What's the matter? Is he sick?
No, he decided to do my housework today.
Then he is sick.
No, Buck. Mr. Neb is merely trying to organize housekeeping around here.
Come on, Buck. This I gotta see. Gee, Pop, do you know how funny you look bending over a washboard?
No, Junior, I've got too much soap in my eyes.
Hey, Mr. Neb, it's raining outside. Wouldn't it be a lot easier to pile the laundry out there and pour some soap over it?
Buck, my boy, nature can do a lot, but it'll never replace elbow grease.
But, Pop, why don't you use some executive ability?
Junior, don't mention executive ability to me.
Since you seem to have one, is it okay to mention the washing machine?
Oh, I put the window curtains in the washing machine, but I forgot to take the rods out.
Oh.
You boys could be a lot of help to me if you'd care to.
But, Pop, it isn't polite for people to work when they've got company.
Who's got company?
Me, I've got Buck.
And it certainly isn't polite for the company to work when they're visiting somebody.
Ah, but the three of us could make a sort of a game out of this, you see. Now, look, we'll pretend that I'm a surgeon performing an operation.
Don't you wish you were, instead of doing the laundry?
Well, as I was saying, I'm performing the operation, and this pair of pajamas is the patient right here on the operating table, see?
You mean the washboard?
Junior, let's keep this professional now. Now, this is an emergency, and you're my assistants, and I'm asking you for the instruments, huh?
Okay.
Now, rubber gloves.
Rubber gloves.
Soap.
Soap.
Bleach.
Bleach.
Hey, the patient's bleeding.
That's my knuckles. There, you see?
I didn't see you use a scalpel.
There wasn't any scalpel.
Well, how come there's a hole in the pajamas?
That's from an old operation. Now, look, boys. Now, you take the patient away and bring on another one. Now, Junior, this time, you be the surgeon.
Oh, Pop.
I'll just hold the anesthetic.
Well, that's kid stuff.
What do you mean, kid stuff? Why, Junior, this is the kind of work that builds big muscles.
Well, and why doesn't Mom have big muscles?
Now, women aren't supposed to have them. It wouldn't be ladylike. With men, my boy, it's different. Here, Buck, feel my bicep.
Yes, sir.
Ah, what does that remind you of?
A soft-boiled egg?
Well, I may have softened up a bit.
You should do more scrubbing.
Junior, I've got to get over to Herb's barber shop this afternoon for a shave and a haircut.
Oh, you'll have time to get the rest of the laundry out. It's early yet.
Yes, and it's never too early to do things, Junior. Now, I'll give you and Buck each $1 if you'll finish this and wash the dishes.
Oh, Pop.
Now, just you go right ahead. I'll sneak out the back way so as not to disturb your mother. I think the office was much too much for her today. See you later.
Junior, if we stick around here, we're going to be henpecked, too.
Well, howdy, Rudy, howdy.
Oh, hello, Herb. Hello.
Yeah, come on in, Rudy Nabby.
Oh.
Come on in. Nope, ain't no use, though. You already done that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Herb, what a day. I want a shave and a haircut, Herb. And have you got anything good for red hands?
Yeah, red hands, yes, red hands. Yeah, got just the thing, Rudy. No good for chapped hands, though. Use it for itchy feet. Your feet itchy, Rudy?
I certainly not. But, Herb, just look at my hands. Did you ever see anything so red?
Yeah, my uncle's nose. Yeah, finally had to wear dark glasses. Yeah, dark glasses on account of the glare. Done better with a lampshade on his nose, though. Now, tell me, what makes your hands so red?
I've had them in soapy water. Herb, let me give you some good advice. Just in case you ever get married, you're going to find that...
Yeah, fine institution. Fine institution, marriage. Wonderful thing for married people. Yep. Man and wife shouldn't be without it. Of course, it's no good for me, though. I ain't married.
Well, in case you ever do get married, Herb, let me tell you...
Yes, had a sad experience along that line once. Yeah, might sad. I was 2/3 married. Yeah. Beautiful girl, fine head on her shoulders. Nothing in it, though.
What do you mean, 2/3 married?
Well, you see, the girl was there, and the preacher was there. I never showed up, though.
Why, Herb, what happened?
Oh, alarm clock didn't go off. Don't know why it should have, though. Didn't set it. Might have, though, if I owned one.
Well, there's no use my giving you advice.
No. Don't mind taking advice, Rudy. Fine thing, advice. Just leave it along with the tip. What'd you come in for, Rudy?
Well, I told you I wanted a shave and a haircut, and I'll make it snap.
Yeah. Shave and a haircut. Oh, yeah, shave and a haircut. You know, everybody comes in here wants shave and a haircut. Funny thing, must be because it's a barber shop.
Well, now hurry up, Herb. I've got to get back home and finish my work and stop sticking my neck out.
Yeah, stick it out a little more if you want to, Rudy. Yeah. Hair grows pretty low on your neck. Yeah. You know, I knew a fellow once that stuck his neck out. Always pulled it back in, though. He was a turtle.
Junior, where's your father?
Oh, we had to go over to Herb's for a shave and a haircut.
He wanted to get rid of his 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh, so his genius for organization inspired him to enlist your aid and Buck's. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't enlist. We were drafted.
We didn't want to disturb you, Mom. Pop said you'd had a hard day at the office.
Oh, I had a perfectly marvelous time at the office. Now, you boys run along, and I'll finish the dishes.
Gee, Mom, people like you sure don't grow on trees.
Yeah, but from the number of them, you'd think these dishes did.
Well, I'm doing my own and Mr. Ned's jobs for today. But I'll have to draw the line at getting a haircut and a shave.
Come on, Buck, that's Donna.
Oh, jeepers, Junior, she'll wait.
Oh, hello, Junior.
Hi, Donna. Come
Hello,
on
Donna.
Hi, Buck.
Gee, Donna, what kind of perfume is that?
Oh, isn't it heavenly? It's called Bride's Secret.
What's so secret about a smell like that?
Well, doesn't it thrill you? Well, it's supposed to.
Oh, yeah. It gives me goose pimples. But so does Frankenstein.
Oh, Buck, stop criticizing Donna's perfume.
Yeah, but last week she chose chaos. And believe me, there really was.
Oh, don't mind Buck, Junior. I assure you I have more important things to worry about.
You mean the football team?
Yeah. What happened to the Baby Beef Trust?
Oh, they only wanted me to autograph their new football.
But jeepers, how could you autograph it with so many guys holding your hands?
Oh, now, Junior, don't be so jealous. What's the matter with him, Buck?
Junior's enjoying a mild form of insanity. But he isn't old enough to take treatments for it. What'd you come over for, Donna? Just to show off your new dress?
Well, at least you noticed it, Buck. Do you think I look sufficiently pulse-stirring?
I can't tell. I've already got high blood pressure.
Donna, your dress is simply ravishing. That's what it is.
Oh, I can't wait to get a little older and get into a ravishing formal myself. With tails, of course. Oh.
Well, I hope you wouldn't care to be seen in a breathless creation of gossamer loveliness, as enchanting as a soft June night, which is exactly what the fashion ad said this was.
Ah, they're crazy. This is October.
Well. Hello, Donna.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ned.
Hi, you look charming in that...
Breathtaking creation of gossamer loveliness, as enchanting as a soft June night. Oh, brother.
I see, Buck. By the way, I guess I owe you and Junior $1 each, right?
Oh, no, Pop. Mom took over. She's in the kitchen doing the dishes.
Oh, she is? Well, you young folks excuse me. Fanny, dear.
Hello, big business executive turned domestic.
Now, Fanny, I simply had to get a shave and a haircut. I'll finish the housework myself now and hand back everything to you intact, except an ashtray and that darn washing machine.
Oh, don't worry, Rudy. I've made the beds, hung out the laundry, and I've just this minute finished the dishes.
Oh, you're a wonderful wife, Fanny. And after today, I'll never say a word about the way you run the house. I suppose running a business like mine had you a bit confused, too, didn't it?
Well, I'll admit there are some of your affairs I can't handle, Rudy.
I told you so. What business in particular, Fanny?
Now, that business you refer to as a good cigar.
Fanny, you didn't smoke a cigar.
Certainly not. But I did all the rest of your chores at the office.
Oh, I shouldn't have let you do that. I might have been called into a conference or got some important phone calls.
Oh, by the way, you did have a phone call.
Huh?
However, I took care of it.
Good heavens, I'm probably ruined. Who was it?
Timmons, the tailor to better groomed men, reminding you that you were going to buy a new suit.
Oh, what did you do?
I bought one. For myself.
Oh, now, Fanny.
Now, Rudy, we traded places for today.
I know, but you didn't play fair. Why did you come home so early?
Well, I'd rather be home than do what you'd planned to do today.
I'd planned something?
You probably forgot about it in your desire to show me how to run the house.
Why, I don't remember. What did I plan to do today?
Well, according to your memorandum pad, you'd planned to go fishing. Remember?
Oh, why don't I attend to my own business?
We'll return to the Nebs in just a minute.
Men and women past 35 often are surprised to find they're slowing down, feeling tired out, nervous, and old before their time. Most of these people do not realize that the underlying cause of their troubles may be an accumulation of excess acids and poisons which would be removed through the bloodstream. They do not realize how much younger, stronger, and better they might feel by helping nature correct this condition. When there is nothing organically or systemically wrong, the medicine called Cystex, C-Y-S-T-E-X, usually goes to work right now, helping nature clear away excess acids and poisons through the blood. Stimulating this natural cleansing and purifying action may easily bring you new energy, vitality, and joy in living. So if your sleep is interrupted and you feel nervous, run down, or suffer from rheumatic pains in muscles and joints, why don't you try Cystex? You must discover Cystex to be a quick and easy way to eliminate excess acids through the bloodstream and to gain increased vitality and better sleep, or your money back is guaranteed on return of the empty package. So get Cystex, C-Y-S-T-E-X, from your druggist today and take as directed with a glass of water after each meal. See how much better you feel tomorrow.
And now, one last minute with the Neb.
Well, Fanny, I've learned a lesson today. A man has no business trying to tell a good wife how to run the house.
You're right, Rudy. Anytime he decides to do that, he'd better bait his hook instead of his wife and go fishing.
And by the same token, a wife shouldn't try to run her husband's office, or she might soon find he couldn't afford to buy her a new suit.
Well, are you ready to be Mr. Neb again and let me be the Mrs.?
Fanny, now, I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain. Until this day is done, I'll perform the rest of your duties, my dear. That is what's left of them.
Oh, Rudy. You're sure a glutton for punishment.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's about time for you to start getting dinner.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Neb.
What?
This is Saturday, isn't it?
Why, yes.
Fanny, get your purse. You're taking Junior and me out to dinner.
Join us next Sunday, same time, when Cystex again presents Gene Lockhart and Kathleen Lockhart as the Nebs. If you'd like to attend one of our broadcasts and see Gene and Kathleen Lockhart in person, write to radio station KHJ Los Angeles 38 for tickets. The Nebs are written by John Elliott and produced by Wally Ramsey. They were created by Saul Hess and are supervised for radio by the Bears. This is Tom Dixon saying goodbye for Cystex.
The Penny Singleton Show.
Hello. Happy that you're here.
On stage tonight from Hollywood, The Penny Singleton Show. In our story, Penny is Mrs. Penny Williamson, a war widow and the mother of two girls, 13-year-old D.G. and 8-year-old Sue. As Penny says, they are growing and changing so fast that she sometimes feels as if she has a new set of children every 24 hours. She is up in her room tidying up for dinner now as Margaret, her cook, calls upstairs.
Dinner's ready, Mrs. Williamson.
All right, Margaret, I'll call the girls. They're in their room.
Mother, don't take another step.
Why, Sue, I didn't know you were in the hall. Is Dee in her room?
Yes, but please, don't step.
Dee, dinner.
All right, Mother.
Oh, Sue, why are you crawling around the floor?
Bert Lancaster got loose.
Which or what is Bert Lancaster?
My bullfrog. He hopped out here and I can't find him.
I thought you promised Dee you wouldn't keep frogs in your room anymore. You know how she feels.
She doesn't mind anymore.
Since when?
Did you say dinner, Mother?
Yes, Dee. I'm sorry your sister forgot her promise about frogs.
What frogs? Be careful where you walk, D.G. All right. You see, Mother?
Yes. I've never seen her like that.
I got frogs in the bedroom. She's got bats in the belfry.
That's no way to... Come on, let's go down to dinner.
We've got to find Bert first, please.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't see him. He must be hiding.
We'll have to give him the lady frog love call.
What's that?
Gunk. He'll answer if he gets interested.
Well, how do you tell a lady frog's call from a man frog's?
I don't know, but the bullfrogs sure do. Gunk, gunk.
It's obvious you do nothing to Bert.
He thinks of me more as a friend. You try, Mother.
Oh, good heavens.
He'll answer if he likes you.
Oh, but... Oh, well. Gunk? There he is. I see him.
Gosh, Mother, you sure got frog appeal.
Hurry down to dinner, Sue.
All right.
I'll go on ahead and try to find out what's wrong with D.G. D.G., you're hardly touching your food.
I'm just not hungry.
Do you feel all right?
Oh, I feel wonderful.
You do?
Anybody want more vegetables?
No, thanks, Margaret. No, thanks.
Sue, you haven't touched your Brussels sprouts.
What's the matter with them, Sue?
Nothing, Mother. I just don't like them.
All good little girls eat Brussels sprouts, Sue.
Name one.
You haven't eaten any either, D.G.
Well, I'm not...
Do you two kids realize where Belgium would be today if people didn't eat their Brussels sprouts?
No, where?
That's a good question. I'll get your tea. Oh, Mrs. Williamson, would you mind if I just rinsed and stacked the dishes tonight? My friend Leonard Frybacker wants to take me to the drive-in movies.
Of course not. What picture are you going to see?
I don't know. When you go to a drive-in movie with Leonard Frybacker, who cares what's playing?
Well, enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, I think I told Judge Grundle I'd go to the movies with him tonight. Well, we can go tomorrow night when Margaret's home.
Mother, can I go swimming again tomorrow?
Yes, if D.G. will take you again. Will you, D.G.? D.G.? D.G., I'm talking to you.
What? Oh, I don't care for any more Brussels sprouts, thank you.
Now, really, what is the matter with you?
She's in love with the dreamboat she met at the beach.
Sue, you promised.
Every time he flicked a muscle, she died.
Sue! D.G., you like someone? My goodness, why do you want to make a secret of that?
Mother, I don't think you understand. I like him a lot, but I'm sure he doesn't even give me the slightest thought. His name is Tommy Tramwell, and let's face it, he's an older man.
Oh, dear. How old is he, do you know?
He's 15.
Oh. Early 15 or late?
Late.
I see.
It seems so hopeless. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. He probably asked someone and found out I was a mere 13.
But you left the beach bag.
What did you do? Well, I deliberately left my beach bag. I arranged with Lois to tell him after I left that it was mine, and then she was going to tell him where I lived. I was hoping he'd return it, but she probably told him I was 13 and grabbed him for herself.
Tommy Trammell. I think I know his mother and father. They're very nice people.
Thank you, Mother, but real, honest love has to happen all by itself.
Well, I belong to the school of thought that believes in helping it along a little. Come on, let's do the dishes for Margaret tonight. Just a few more and we're done. And then you're off to bed, Sue.
All right.
Here's the last dish, DG.
Thanks.
That does it.
Oh, Mother, maybe that's... Oh, Mother.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and answer the door. Help me pick up the pieces, Sue.
Boy, love sure is rough on dishes.
Yes, I'd better start using the old china.
Am I gonna be goony about boys someday?
Mm-hmm.
What a future.
Well, I guess we got all the pieces. Let's go see if Tommy's here.
Sure hope so. She's been easy to live with ever since she saw him today.
DG, is that...
It's only Judge Grundle.
Oh, what a joyous welcome. It's only Judge Grundle.
Hello, Judge. Won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you.
Hello, Judge Grundle.
Hello, my dear little Susan.
I'm going up to my room, Mother.
All right, dear. And Sue, I think you'd better get to bed. You've had a long day.
All right. Judge Grundle,
Yes?
did you know Mother had frog appeal?
Frog appeal?
Oh, I imitated a frog and her bullfrog answered. I went gunk.
Oh, well, Penny, you appeal to me, too. Gunk. You see?
Gee, you're as cute as Burt Lancaster, Judge.
Well, that's Burt Lancaster. Well, now that you mention it, I suppose there is a definite resemblance.
Well, maybe you do look like him a little bit.
Well, thank you, Susan. I'm delighted you see the similarity. Too bad your mother isn't so observant.
You should be glad I'm not, because Burt Lancaster is her bullfrog.
Oh.
Night.
Good night, dear. I'll be up in a minute.
Good night.
Judge, I gave Margaret the evening off so we could go out tomorrow night instead of tonight. Would you mind just visiting here?
Penny, I'd like to visit here 365 nights of the year.
I know, Judge.
Judge, if you'd only call me by my first name, I'd have some hope.
But
Try it, Penny. Go ahead. Call me Bessemer.
Oh, Judge,
There you go with Judge again. All right, if you only think of me as a judge, let me put my proposal this way. Let me sentence you for life.
Oh, dear, but I don't believe in capital punishment.
Well, marrying me would not be capital punishment. It would be life imprisonment. I don't mean that marrying me would be life imprisonment. I mean that if you married me,
Judge,
when I sentence...
Judge, you're saved by the bell. Excuse me.
Oh, Mother, is that...
I don't know, dear. I'll have to open the door first.
Excuse me, is this where D.G. Williamson lives?
Yes, I'm Mrs. Williamson. I'll bet you're Tommy Trammell. Come on in.
Hello. D.G. left her beach bag and
go on into the living room. I'll call her.
Thank you.
D.G., it's Tommy Trammell.
Whom did you say was calling, Mother?
He's in the living room. Here she is, Tommy.
Hello, D.G. You left your beach bag and I...
Oh, it's so nice of you to return it.
Have you met Judge Grundle, Tommy?
Yes, I have.
Is that a ukulele you have there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Ukuleles are back, aren't they?
Well, all the ancient things are back, Mother. Jazz, the old songs, ukuleles, the Charleston. Can you play it, Tommy?
Well, I'm just learning, but on this far. My dog has fleas.
Gosh, he's very talented, isn't he, Mother?
Can you play it, D.G.?
Well, I've learned a little.
Would you like to go out in the front porch and practice?
Well, sure.
My, that's just what we used to do.
Come on.
You know, you seem older now than you did at the beach.
Is that bad?
DG's first boyfriend. My, how time flies.
You play good, DG.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night for sure?
Oh, of course. Oh, and I'll invite a few of our mutual friends. We can have a Charleston party.
You sure you don't have to ask your mother first?
Well, I'll consult with her, but I'm at the age now where Mother doesn't treat me like a child anymore.
Oh, I'm glad you are. I prefer older women. If there's anything I hate, it's kids' parties. You know, with mothers and fathers always hanging around.
Oh, I do, too. I'm at the age now where Mother trusts me.
You're keen. And old.
Thank you.
We don't mean to interrupt, but Judge Grundle is just leaving.
Oh, I was just going, too. It's been swell, DG. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Williamson. Judge Grundle.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, Tommy.
Night.
Good night. I'll see you tomorrow night at the party.
All right. Good night.
Oh, what party is that, dear?
Well, Mother, could I have some friends in tomorrow night for a Charleston party?
But, darling, I'm going out with Horace Wiggins tomorrow night.
Oh, no, with me, Penny.
Oh, no, I accepted Mr. Wiggins' invitation for dinner, and... Holy torpedo. I told you I'd... Oh, dear.
But, Mother, it's all right if you go out. Mother, I want Tommy to think I'm older than 13.
Penny, how could you do this to me?
Well, you know my friends, Mother, and if there's parents around, Tommy will think I'm a mere child.
But, Judge, I forgot. And, DG, I just don't know.
Mother, my whole future's at stake.
Now, DG.
Horace Wiggins, to think that you could do this to me.
Now, Judge.
Mother, if you do this to me, I just don't think I can go on.
DG, don't talk like that. Go to your room.
I refuse to accept the change of plans. I'll see you tomorrow night.
But, Mother,
I don't care if I ever see you again, Leonard Frybacker.
DG, I'll talk to you in the morning.
I may not live until morning.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Mrs. Williamson.
Margaret, you're not in trouble, too.
It was terrible. We went to the drive-in. We parked where there weren't many other cars. We turned off the lights. I moved closer to him. And then...
Sounds all right so far. And then what?
Betty Grable. In color, too.
Oh, what a life.
And now for Act Two of the Penny Singleton Show. It's early the next morning as Penny enters the office of the Williamson and Wiggins Real Estate Agency. Her partner, Horace Wiggins, is already at the office as Penny enters.
Good morning, Penny. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Wiggins. You're in earlier than usual.
Oh, I couldn't help it. Woke up this morning at 7, heard the birds singing, saw the sun shining, bounced out of bed ready to tackle a full day. Why, I even threw the window wide open and did calisthenics.
Then you came right to work.
No, I had to go back to bed to recuperate. But even so, I couldn't help getting here early, you know. I feel like a million now. You're early, too. Did this beautiful day do the same thing to you?
No, it didn't. Between DG and Margaret at breakfast this morning, I had to get out early.
Oh, Penny, are you going to let something depress you on a beautiful, wonderful day like this?
Yes.
Well, now, if you weren't depressed, I bet you'd have a different attitude about things. I mean, like, well, for example, even marrying me.
I would.
Well, sure you would. Now, let's tackle each little problem. Clear it up, then you'll start the day with a smile. Now, first of all, what's the matter with Margaret?
All the time she was serving breakfast, she kept mumbling, "What's Betty Grable got that I haven't got?"
I hope you didn't tell her.
Mr. Wiggins, Margaret cuts a very nice figure of a woman.
Yeah, but the scissors slipped in several places.
She had a fight last night with Leonard something or other.
Oh, now you know these things don't last more than a day with Margaret. Now, let's tackle the next problem. What is the matter with DG?
Well, I realize that at 13 everything is a matter of life or death.
Mm-hmm.
She's just fallen in love for the first time.
Well?
And it seems absolutely imperative that she prove something by having a small party tonight without a parent around. Since you and I were going out, I didn't feel that
Will Margaret be home?
Yes. Of course, I know all of DG's friends. They're nice youngsters.
Well, Margaret takes care of the children while you work. She'll be doing the same thing if she keeps her eye on the party.
I guess I just didn't want to face the fact that DG's growing up.
There you are. All your problems taken care of.
Yes.
Now then, as I was saying before, about you and me, if
oh,
we
wait,
could...
there is one more problem. And this one concerns you.
Well, come on. Let's have it. Get the problem over with so we can talk about you.
Well, I got confused and mixed up about dates and, Judge Grundle's going to be with us tonight, too.
Oh.
Well, I've told you all my problems, and you were right. I feel much better. And for the first time, I realize it really is a beautiful day.
I think it's gonna rain.
Then it's all right, Mother? Yes, dear. Let's see, it's almost 7. Mr. Wiggins and Judge Grundle should be here soon. The kids are coming at 7, too.
Can I be at the party?
Sue, you may watch the party from the stairs. Till 8:30.
Okay, 8:30.
Mm-hmm. I want my friends to meet her. They think she's cute.
Oh, cut it out. I'll answer it.
Mother, I'm sorry I got upset and childish last night.
Don't worry about it.
Hello, Sue.
Mother's in the living room, Mr. Wiggins.
Hello, Mr. Wiggins.
Hello, DG. Hello, Penny.
Hello, I'm ready. Just as soon as Judge Grundle gets here.
Yes, it's going to be great taking the two of you dancing.
I'm having a wonderful party tonight, Mr. Wiggins. We're going to do the Charleston. Tommy's bringing his uke, and Jack Randall's bringing drums, and George Stern plays the piano. It's going to be a real Charleston party. It's the thing, you know.
That's Judge Grundle. We'll meet him at the door and leave right away. Have a nice time, DG.
Oh, we'll have a super time, Mother. See you later.
Oh, my, this is a good steak. Is yours good, Judge Grundle?
Yes?
Mr. Wiggins, yours too?
Yeah?
I'm glad. I think it's fun. The three of us going out together. Don't you, Judge Grundle?
Yeah?
And Mr. Wiggins?
Yeah?
I love the Middleton Inn. It's the only really nice dining, dancing place in town. Do you two agree?
Yeah?
Well, I'm certainly glad you're both having fun.
I'm having a lot of fun.
A lot of fun? That Wiggins. The way he looks at Penny. Like a lovesick pickerel.
You're, enjoying yourself, aren't you, Mr. Wiggins?
Oh, yes. How can I enjoy myself with that habeas corpus sitting across from me? What a judge. When he wears his robes, he looks like a black teepee.
Oh, the orchestra's going to play.
May I have this dance, Penny?
Now, look here, Grundle.
You look here.
Now, please, gentlemen, really, I don't care to dance. I really just don't care to dance. Does anyone know what time it is?
9:30.
9:30? Why, we've been here for 2 hours. My, how the time has flown.
Like glue.
Like molasses.
Yes, it certainly has been fun. Oh, I'll bet they're having fun at home. Fun at home. Gentlemen,
Yeah?
What?
I want you to know that this has been an evening I shall never forget. I started it, so I'm going to end it. Take me home, both of you.
Look, everybody, let's try playing the Charleston again. Maybe we can get together this time.
They'll never get together enough so we can dance or have fun.
Well, we'll try. George, try it on the piano. Tommy, play it on the uke. Give it to me.
I can't help it if I don't know it. George, I can't play the drums the way you're playing the piano.
George, stop that piano.
Wait a minute, I was just...
Maybe somebody knows some of the old songs. Let's get some life in the party.
All I can play is... What a party.
Well, it's not my fault if none of you know how to do the things you came over to do. I thought we were going to have fun. Excuse me, I think it's Mother.
Oh, no, not her mother.
Oh, gee. Oh, Mother.
I forgot my key, dear. DG, what's the matter?
Sorry about tonight.
I'm sorry, too.
DG, what's the trouble?
The party's just awful.
Awful? Where's Sue?
She got bored and went to bed at 8.
DG, what's wrong with the party?
Oh, come in, please. Nobody knows how to do anything we plan to do.
Let's all go into the living room.
Oh, no.
The party's just dying, and I'm so ashamed that Mother's just awful.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Williamson.
Hello, Tommy, Jack, Lois, George. I guess you all know Judge Grundle and Mr. Wiggins.
Oh, sure.
How are you? Big Matt. Hey, whose drums are those?
They're mine, Judge, but I'm not very good.
What's this old song you were playing on the piano?
It's Ain't She Sweet?
Hey, Judge! That's pretty good. Penny, they were singing Ain't She Sweet?
Oh, I'll never forget that one.
Hey, that's good, Mr. Wiggins.
Oh, hit it, Judge.
Tommy, let me have your ukulele a minute. Start over, Mr. Wiggins.
Okay, Penny.
Take it, Judge. Ain't she sweet? See her coming down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Why don't you sing it? Come on.
This is great fun, I can
Sure. Ain't she sweet? See her coming down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet?
Mother, that was wonderful. Gee, I never knew you or the judge or Mr. Wiggins were so good.
Oh, good nothing.
And that's no banana oil.
Boop-boop-a-doo.
Oh, Mr. Wiggins.
Hey, I never knew old people could be so much fun. Boy, if we could only do the Charleston now, everything would be perfect.
The Charleston? DG, take the uke. You know this one.
Judge, you're great on the drum.
Horace, you make the piano tingle like Gilda Gray.
Oh!
Come on, boys, the Charleston. Charleston,
Hey.
Charleston, Charleston. Come on there, Tommy, bring it out. Oh, be careful, Mr. Wiggins.
Sure was a keen evening, DG.
Well, I'm glad you had fun, Tommy.
I sure did. I wonder if I could ask your mother something.
Why, sure. Mother?
Yes, DG.
Mrs. Williamson.
Tommy wants to ask you something.
What?
Well, I was wondering if maybe when I come over again, you'd give me some Charleston lessons.
And me, too.
Why, of course, anytime.
Oh, that's swell. DG and I'll be the best Charlestoners in town. Oh, good night, and thanks again.
Night, Tommy.
Night. See you at the beach tomorrow.
Oh, he's a nice boy.
Oh, Mother. If only you'd been here for the whole evening.
I wish I had been.
I'm such a fool sometimes. Well, maybe someday I'll learn. All I can say now is thanks for being here.
You're welcome, darling. And thank you for having us. You saved our lives, too. For a while, it looked like the judge and Mr. Wiggins and I would end up mortal enemies.
Rugs are all back down.
Everything's in shape, Penny.
Thank you both.
Certainly had a great time. Didn't you, Grundle, old boy?
Yes, I sure did, Horace. And thank you, DG, and thank you, Penny.
Thank you for coming.
Glad you had fun.
I'll walk a ways with you, Judge.
Fine, Horace, fine.
Good night. Good night.
Ain't she sweet?
The party was a real success. Aren't you glad we had the kids over at the house, Mother?
Mm-hmm. I don't know which one is the younger, Judge Grundle or Horace Wiggins.
Penny Singleton Show features Gail Gordon, Jim Backus, Bea Benaderet, Mary Lee Robb, and Sheila James, with Conrad Binion, Gloria McMillan, and Bobby Ellis. The music was composed and conducted by Von Dexter. The Penny Singleton Show is written and produced by Robert Soderberg and stars Penny Singleton.
Good night. Keep well.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Hello. My name is Allison, Dr. Robert Allison. I guess a better way to introduce myself is to say I'm Jeep Allison's father. You know, there's nothing very terrifying to a doctor about a case of measles, but I remember a case that almost ended up with me behind bars. And all because of one young gentleman who has too much imagination for my own good. I refer, as if you didn't know, to my 10-year-old offspring, my son, Jeep.
Yes, it's My Son Jeep, another in the series of warm-hearted and hilarious adventures of the Allison family of Grove Falls, and starring Donald Cook as Doc, with young Martin Houston as wonderful, unpredictable 10-year-old Jeep Allison.
Like so many other major crises in the Allison household, this particular one began one quiet afternoon. Miss Miller was in my outer office, and I was in the next room with a patient, when suddenly the quiet was rudely shattered. As a matter of fact, you might say it was exterminated, as Jeep made his usual unobtrusive entrance into the house.
Hi, everybody. I'm home. Hi, Miss Bixby. Jeep, Allison, just once I wish you'd shut that front door without rocking the whole house.
Then you better get a new doorknob.
What's wrong with the one we got?
It keeps slipping out of my hands.
Oh, you and your excuses. Now, if you want something to eat, there's some nice apples in the pantry.
Well, I'm not hungry. I think I'll go talk to Miss Miller.
Oh, now, Jeep, your father's probably got patients waiting to see him. Miss Miller's busy. Don't bother her now.
Oh, who's going to bother her? I just want to say hello.
All right, Mrs. Perry. We'll change it to 3 o'clock on Tuesday then. Yes, I'll tell the doctor. Goodbye. Oh, hi, Jeep.
Hello.
Your father's got a patient in with him now.
Oh, I didn't come to see Pop. I came to see you.
Oh. Well, anything special, dear?
I just came in to visit. Gosh, when you were my substitute teacher, I used to see you all the time.
Oh.
But now that you're working for Pop... Well...
Jeep, what have you got on your face?
Huh?
Well, it looks like a rash or something.
Oh, I guess it's just dirt.
Now, who's next? Oh, hi, Jeep. You want to see me?
No. He's just paying me a little visit.
Oh. Say, what's that on your face?
Nothing.
Well, I noticed it too, Doctor. It looks like a rash.
Is your throat sore, Jeep?
Not really.
Well, open up wide and let me see.
Ah.
What is it, Doctor?
Mm-hmm. Let's feel your forehead, son. You can close your mouth now.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing much. Just a common, ordinary garden variety case of measles.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey!
What is it?
You mean I don't have to go to school tomorrow?
I wouldn't let you go even if you got down on your hands and knees and begged me.
Oh, I wouldn't beg you, Pop.
No, I didn't think you would.
No, sir. You're the doctor. What you say goes.
You overwhelm me. Now go on upstairs to bed, and I'll be up right away.
Golly, Pop. I feel swell. Why do I have to go to bed?
I'm the doctor, remember?
Yeah, but I don't... Oh, golly.
Oh, I know you feel all right now, Jeep, but if you don't go to bed, You'll feel awful later on.
Well, what's so terrible about going to bed for a few days, being waited on hand and foot? I wish I could do it.
You can take my place.
There's your chance, Doctor.
Now, you stop undermining my authority.
Miss Miller gives you a bad time, too, huh, Pop?
Not as bad as some people I could mention, and don't think changing the subject does any good. Now, come on, off to bed.
Don't rush me. I'm going. Well, will you come up to visit me, Miss Miller?
Oh, I'd love to, honey, but I can't. I've never had the measles, and I might catch them from you.
Golly.
Well, stop acting like being banished to outer Mongolia. Now, the sooner you go to bed, the sooner you'll be
Where's
able...
Outer Mongolia?
Scat.
No, really, I want to know.
Go on, Doctor. Tell him.
It's just north of inner procrastination. Now, beat it. Mrs. Bixby, do you know where... Hey, Jeep, I thought I sent you to bed.
Well, I'm going, Pop, but I got some things to take care of first.
Like what?
Like trying to keep from going to bed.
Oh, I gotta call the fellas. Tom won't be around tomorrow. Can't just disappear and leave your friends wondering.
Jeep, you're stalling.
I am not. Gosh, Pop, you couldn't come to your office tomorrow. Wouldn't you have to let a lot of people know?
Well, all right. Go on and make your phone calls on the upstairs phone and then jump right into bed.
Will that even washing first? Okay, I'm going.
That boy. He sure don't act sick, Doctor.
No, not right now, but wait a couple of days.
The house will be awful quiet with him in bed.
I wouldn't bet on that. What did I come in here to ask you? Oh, yes, I remember. Where's Peggy?
She went over to marry Patricia Pearson's.
Oh. Do you think she knows the Pearsons well enough to stay with them for a few days?
Sure, Mary Patricia's her best friend. But why?
Well, I don't want her to catch Jeep's measles.
Oh, that's right. She's never had them.
And I don't want her to get them now. I can just hear her if her face broke out in spots. Father, how could you let this happen to me? I'll be marked for life. I better call the Pearsons right now.
You can't.
Why not?
Jeep's on the phone.
Now, why is it that whenever I want to use the phone, somebody else is using it? Tell me, Miss Bixby, where would you say a poor widower like me fit into the scheme of things around here?
Well, if you really want to know, Doctor, there's Jeep, Peggy, then me, and now Miss Miller.
Oh, I'm last, huh?
Well, you asked me.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll wait until Jeep gets off the phone.
So listen, Skeeter. You tell the fellas that while I'm in bed, you're in charge. Huh? Well, I don't care what Boots Douglas says. If he doesn't like it, he can just join another club. No, I feel okay, but I figured it'd be smarter to stay home. After all, measles is pretty contentious.
You mean contagious?
Oh, hi, Pop. So listen, Skeeter. Too many of the guys are behind in their dues. Huh? Oh, Boots is always complaining. 2 cents a week is not too much. Anyway, I gotta call Tommy, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. So long.
Would it be all right if I use the phone now?
Not for a while, Pop. Gotta call Tommy and Hank and...
Now, listen, you realize you've been on that phone 45 minutes already?
Well, who do you want to talk to?
Well, by this time, I don't care. I'll even talk to Tommy or Hank. I have to call your sister.
What for?
To tell her to stay at the Pearsons until you get over the measles.
Oh, golly. You mean I don't even get to see Peggy?
Never seemed to make that much difference to you before.
I know, but I'm sick now.
Which reminds me, why aren't you in bed?
You said I could make my phone calls.
Jeep, old boy, whenever we get into one of these discussions, I always seem to come out second best. So just this once, please, assume that I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, you're the doctor.
Well, I was beginning to doubt that. Now, here, I want to take your temperature.
You think I got a fever?
Hmm?
I said, you think I got a fever?
Well, if you don't keep the thermometer in your mouth, I'll never find out.
Did you eat all your breakfast, Jeep?
Sure. I was hungry.
Well, that's wonderful, dear. That's a good sign. You'll be up and about before you know it.
I said that yesterday. Gee, Miss Bixby, I'm getting tired of getting cooped up in this old room all day long. And with nothing to do.
Why, Jeep, you've got a whole closet full of games. Besides, it's only been 2 days.
3.
The first day don't count. We spent most of it getting you into bed. Now, I better take this tray downstairs and start getting your father's breakfast ready. I'll be up later to read to you.
And tell Pop to be sure and come up before he sees me. And before he goes out on his calls. Now what'll I do? Hey, I know. I could call all the fellas. Bring the phone in here and put it on the table. Oh, but I have to get out of bed. Anyway, the cord's not long enough. I know. I'll call the phone company and tell them to come over here and put a new one in. But I'd still have to get out of bed. Well, no use arguing. I just have to get out of bed. Hey, Gee! Oh, boy! Hi, Tommy! Come on upstairs. You still sick? Sure. Don't think you get over the measles just like that, do you? It's a serious disease. Maybe you better not stand so close to the house then. I don't want to catch your old measles. Oh, you haven't had them, huh? Boy, I wish I could stay home from school. No, you're lucky. Oh, yeah? You should try it for a while. This boredom is killing me. It is? Sure. Nothing to do all day. You got lots of games. Yeah, but I'm tired of them. Well, I gotta go. I'll be late for school. Hey, wait a minute. What? I just thought of something we can play together. I'm not supposed to. You don't have to be in the room with me. We can play this from outside. Oh, okay. We'll play that I'm held captive in this big castle, see? You're outside. You're going to rescue me. Hey, remember the rope ladder we made last summer? Tie one end to the radiator, throw the other end out the window. And then I'll write a note asking for help and leave it on the windowsill. Climb up the ladder, get the note, and leave me a note telling me your plans. But gee, we'll be late for school. Well, I don't mean now. You can do it on your way home to lunch. Okay, so long. And Tommy, sneak in some bread and water to me. Gee, you mean they're not feeding you at all? I haven't eaten for 3 days. I'm as weak as a kitten. This is Jeep Allison, Miss Douglas. Oh, I've got the measles. How are you? Well, listen, I called up to find out if Boots had ever had them. Oh. Well, are you sure? How do you know? Yeah, I guess you would. You're his mother. Fine bunch of friends I got. None of them have ever had the measles.
Are you on that phone again?
I gotta go now, Miss Douglas. Bye.
Are we going to have to tie you in bed?
I was on my way when you came up.
Well, come on. I can't spend all day up here. I've got patients to visit. Now, off with your robe. In you go. Now, look, son. You know, I don't throw my weight around very often. But sometimes, for your own good, I have to. This is one of the times.
Yes, Pop.
From now on, no more going to the phone, understand?
Yes, Pop.
The only reason you're in bed is to give your body a chance to recuperate, to fight the measles and win out over them.
Make it sound like a boxing match.
Well, it is, sort of.
And the bed is like a boxing ring.
Well, sure. And who ever heard of a fighter getting out of the ring until the fight was over?
Gee, I never thought of it that way before.
Well, think about it now. I'll be back for lunch. I'll see you then. Hey, what's your rope ladder doing hanging out the window? Jeep, were you planning to climb out there?
Oh, gosh, no, Pop. That's a game Tommy and Barton and I are playing. He's supposed to climb up the ladder.
Well, do you want to risk infecting your best friend?
Of course not.
Tommy is not to climb up that ladder. Is that clear?
All right.
Promise?
Yes, sir.
Good. Oh, by the way, I just talked to Peggy, and she hopes you're feeling better, and she sends you her love.
Fine sister she is. She loves me so much, why doesn't she get the measles? So she can keep me company.
Are you hungry enough for me to start fixing lunch for you, Jeep?
No, yeah. By the time I get through with this, I will be.
My, I'm glad to see you're interested in something at last. What are you doing?
Just writing.
Oh, well, I'll go start your lunch.
Say, how do you spell immediately?
I-M... What do you want to know for?
I want to write it down.
Well, wouldn't at once be just as good?
No.
Oh. IMEDIUTLY.
Gee, I was right. Thanks.
I'll go start your lunch.
Wait a minute. Would you throw this out the window for me?
Huh?
This note is for Tommy Barton.
Oh, all right. Give it here.
I'm going to fold it. You got to promise not to read it.
I promise. There. I threw it out. Now, will there be anything else?
Yeah. Will you call Tommy's mother and tell her that Tommy's not supposed to climb up the rope ladder? So just have him look around it, and he'll find it.
Well, shouldn't I tell her what he's supposed to look around for?
He'll know what I'm talking about.
Well, he'd better, because I sure don't.
Grove Falls Police Station, Sergeant Delaney speaking. Oh, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am, no. Yes, ma'am, I'll tell him. George, when the lieutenant gets back from lunch, tell him his wife called. He should pick up some store cheese and 2 mousetraps on his way home tonight.
Hi, Sarge. Checking out for the day.
Made out your report?
Well, no.
Wagstaff, you know as well as I do that you got to have your report made out when you come off duty.
Don't get upset, Sarge. Something funny happened, and I want to know, should I put it in the report?
What is it?
It's this note I found. Help. I am being held prisoner for ransom.
What?
Rescue me immediately, or it will be too late.
Let me see that.
Yeah. I picked it up on my beat. Of course, I know it don't mean anything.
Oh, it don't mean anything, huh? Listen, Wagstaff, you remember that Kimball kidnapping on Lakewood? You know how the case started? With a note found in the street, just like this one. All right, man. Quiet down now. Now, you've all read the note that Patrolman Wagstaff found this morning, but there are a couple of things I want to call to your attention. Now, the paper this note's written on can be bought in any 5 and 10 cent store. So, that ain't no clue. But this is. The word immediately is spelled IMEDIUTLY. Now, that gives us 2 possibilities. The guy who wrote this thing is either a kid or a grown-up trying to write like a kid.
Why would you do that, Sarge?
Save the questions till I get through analyzing his problem. Now, we got 2 possibilities. Either this note is a fake or it's a real McCoy. If it's a fake, we'll soon find out. If it isn't, we'll soon find out. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take that section from East 9th up to East 14th and from Chestnut all the way over to Pine, see? And you're going to go through that area like a fine-tooth comb, you see? Now, anything suspicious, call me right away. Any questions? All right, Wagstaff, what is it?
Well, Sarge, I was the one who found the note.
What do you want, a medal?
No, but I done my work for today. I'm supposed to be home sleeping.
Wagstaff, I'm ashamed of you. How could you fall asleep at a time like this? Somewhere in Grove Falls, there's a lonely, desperate, frightened child waiting to be rescued.
You know, Mrs. Bixby, I guess I don't really mind staying in bed after all. As long as I have you to read to me.
How much longer did your father say to be before you could go back to school?
I don't know. Why?
I just wonder if I can last as long as your measles.
Huh?
And I told the doctor the house would be quiet with you in bed.
Well, isn't it? Peggy's living over at the Pearsons. Pop and Miss Miller are always busy in the office. And I'm up here in my room. Gosh, you're practically all alone in the house.
Yeah, just like a vacation. All I got to do is to get up in the morning and fix your breakfast. I put it on a tray and bring it up to you. Go back downstairs and start your father's breakfast. He comes down to eat, and just when I'm coming up to get your tray. Finally, I get him out of the house, and I'm all set to clean up his office when you call me. By the time I'm ready to fix your lunch, I've been up and down them stairs 20 times. And I still haven't accomplished a thing.
Gee.
And that's only up to noon. You want me to go on?
No, I get the idea.
So don't let me hear any more about me being all alone in the house. Oh, land sakes. Another police car. Oh, every time I hear one of them, I can't help thinking some poor soul's in trouble.
Bixby. I'm sorry my sick makes you work so hard.
Oh. You Jeep.
Uh-huh. Now read to me.
Oh, Miss Miller, if you want to, you can take off early today.
Oh, Doctor, I've got 1,000,001 things to do.
Well, okay, I won't insist. See, try to do an employee a favor, and what do you get? Arguments.
Employee. That's funny.
Funny.
I mean, somehow I don't think of myself that way. I feel more like one of the family. Oh?
Come in.
You Dr. Allison?
Yeah, that's right, officer. Is there anything wrong?
I'm Patrolman Wagstaff. You folks seen anything suspicious around here?
Suspicious? In what way?
Well, it looks like somebody's been kidnapped, lady.
What?
What?
Yes, I found a note, see, down on the corner. Of course, we don't know where it come from. The wind could have blown it from anywhere.
You mean a note from the kidnapper?
No, from the kid they're holding for ransom.
How awful.
Yeah, so we're asking every house in the neighborhood if they've seen anything.
Well, I wish we could help you, officer, but we haven't seen anything suspicious around here.
Well, if you do, call the station right away.
Oh, we certainly will. Do you have any clues?
Just the kidnap note.
Oh, wait a minute, officer. Have the police considered that this whole thing might be a practical joke?
I got one answer for that, Doc. If it is, somebody's going to be in an awful lot of trouble.
And the spaceship spiraled down, the roar of its jet exhaust cut off as it gracefully sank to land noiselessly on the strange and alien planet. Almost immediately, the lock in the side of the huge gray monster opened, and out stepped Professor Montgomery. His eyes alight with tension and expectation. Strapped on his back was his newest and greatest invention, the
Infragravid accelerator.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Jeep, you know this book line for line. Why do I have to keep reading it to you?
Because I like it.
Why don't you pick out a book you haven't read yet?
I might not like it. This one I know is good.
Somehow that don't make sense to me. That I can't quite put my finger on it.
Come on, read some more.
Oh, all right. Little did Professor Montgomery know as he strode across the weird red turf that from the nearby forest a pair of hostile eyes were watching his every move.
Gee, but I don't see how you can sleep at night after listening to those scary stories.
Oh, Doctor, he sleeps fine, but I don't. These books give me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I just came up to see how everything is. The fever gone down, Mrs. Bixby?
Quite a bit, Doctor.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still contagious?
Well, not as much as you were, but the fight's not over yet, son.
You can take over now, Doctor. I got to start thinking about supper.
Well, Pop, what's new?
Oh, nothing much. The usual patients. Another case of measles.
Where?
Mrs. Roberts' little girl. Why?
Thought it might want to be one of my friends.
Well, you sound disappointed.
Sure. Or my friend. Why, he could move right in with me.
Oh, fine. Mrs. Bixby would love that.
Say, Pop, did you hear all those police cars go by a while ago?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, something's happening, and I don't even get to see what's going on. That's why I hate staying in bed.
Well, a policeman did come to the house about half an hour ago.
Golly, what do you want?
They seem to think there's a chance some child in the neighborhood might have been kidnapped.
Gee, who?
They don't know.
Why do they think somebody kidnapped somebody?
They found a note asking for help.
Note?
Yeah, they found it down on the corner.
But Tommy was supposed to.
Huh?
Nothing.
Gee, what's the matter? You look pale.
My temperature's going up again.
Now, that's what comes from hopping in and out of bed this morning. When you have a fever, there's only one thing to do, and that's stay put.
You're right, Pop. I should have never gotten out of bed.
Well, lie back down, son, and try to get a little sleep before supper.
I don't think I could. No.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not upset about this kidnapping.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have told you. Now, look, old boy, you mustn't take it so hard. After all, they're not even sure there was a kidnapping. As I said to the policeman, the whole thing might be a practical joke.
Oh. Well, what would the police do if it was?
Well, I asked the policeman that, and he said whoever did it would be in an awful lot of trouble. Anyway, try not to think about it anymore.
I'll try not, but I don't think it's going to work.
Well, I got to go back down to the office. I'm expecting Mrs. Perry. You see if you can't take a little nap.
Nap? I'll never sleep again. What do I do now? Gosh, they could put me in jail. Wouldn't put a guy in jail with measles. I won't have measles forever. I gotta do something. Yeah, but what? I know. Hello? I want to talk to the police station, please. Just have to tell them the truth. I can't do anything for a guy telling the truth. Or can they? Hello? I want to tell you something about that kidnapping. I'm the one who wrote that note, but it's all a mistake. So tell your policeman not to look for me anymore. Goodbye.
I'm going home now, Doctor. See you in the morning.
All right, Miss Miller. You're sure you won't stay to supper?
With Jeep upstairs in bed? He'd never forgive me.
No, I guess not. Good night.
Good night. Oh, dear. There are those police cars again. Sounds like they're stopping right in front of the house. For heaven's sakes, they are.
What? Again? I wonder what they want this time.
Well, look, there must be dozens of them.
Well, I don't get it.
All right, you men, surround the house. Wagstaff, you come with me.
Surround the house? What for?
Come on, open up in there.
Oh, what do we do, Doctor?
I guess we do what they tell us to. Open the door.
That's the one, Sarge. The one who claims he was a doctor.
What do you mean claims? I am a doctor.
All right. Where have you hidden the kid?
Is everybody crazy? What are you talking about?
As if you didn't know. Come on, where is he?
Where's who?
Cut the stall, and where's the kid you're holding for ransom?
What on earth are you gibbering about? I'm Dr. Allison, and this is my assistant, Miss Miller. And there's only one child in this house, and he's my son, and he's upstairs sick.
How do you like that, Sarge? Now he's telling us the kid's his son.
But he is. You're both making a terrible mistake.
Oh, yeah? It ain't us who makes the mistakes. You didn't figure on a neighbor calling us and reporting a rope ladder hanging out of your back window, did you?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. But your biggest mistake was forcing that poor kid to call us up and pretend the whole thing was a gag.
Who called you?
Uh-huh. You didn't figure we could trace that call.
Doctor, what's all them police cars?
Oh, here's another of the gang, Sarge.
Don't you dare speak. Speak to me like that. What's going on in here?
They think we've kidnapped somebody.
Come on, cut the stall, and where's the kid?
You mean Jeep?
I mean the kid who threw that kidnap note out of the window.
The kidnapping... Oh, my goodness. Oh, he didn't throw that out. I did.
Huh?
Sure, Jeep wasn't supposed to get out of bed, so I threw the note out for him. It was a game he and Tommy Barton were playing.
Oh, no.
But you mean nobody was kidnapped?
Of course not.
That's what I tried to tell you, Sarge.
You shut up.
What's going on here?
Well, Tommy, what do you want?
I guess you're pretty busy right now. Well, would you give Jeep a message for me? Ask him what happened to the note he was supposed to throw out the window. So long!
Hey, what was all that about?
And where's the kid who started all this?
He's upstairs in bed.
What's wrong with him?
Right now, it's just measles.
Hey, Sarge, we better get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, Doctor.
Now what?
Your face. It's all broken out in spots.
So, golly, Pop, the minute you told me a policeman'd been here, called him up, and I tried to explain. But I guess they just wouldn't believe me.
Well, put yourself in their place. Would you believe it?
No, I suppose not.
And now, to top it all off, I got the measles.
You can't blame me for that.
No, I guess not.
Anyway, why aren't you in bed?
What are you talking about? I can't go to bed. I have to go down to the police station and explain all this to the lieutenant, and somebody's got to tell the neighbors what's been going on.
Pop, go to bed. You don't have to explain to anybody.
Oh, great. What about my patients? Who's going to take care of them?
When you're sick, you gotta lie down. Give your body a chance to reciprocate.
Now, you mean recuperate.
Sure. The way I look at it, Pop, the whole thing's like a boxing match, see? And...
Hey, okay, son. Move over.
My Son Jeep was created and written by Walter Black and William Mendrick and directed by Dan Sutter. Music selection by John Geller. Tonight's cast included Lynn Allen as Barbara Miller, Leona Powers as Mrs. Bixby with Nelson Armstead, Arnold Robertson, David Winters, and young Martin Houston as 10-year-old Jeep. Starring in the role of Doc is one of America's finest actors and most versatile comedians, Donald Cook. Now, this is Fred Collins inviting you to be with us again next week, same time, same station, for the next delightful episode of My Son Jeep.
My Son Jeep came to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
GE Radios and GE Television presents the General Electric Comedy Theater transcribed, starring Ray Milland in Meet Mr. McNutley, created by Joe Connolly and Bob Mosher, with Phyllis Avery and Gordon Jones.
And I'm Del Sharbut, your narrator, to tell you that General Electric now has a clock radio that lulls you to sleep to your own records, soothes you with music you choose, then turns itself off. Yes, at no increase in price, GE's new model has a phonojack, so you can plug in your record